Here we go. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Undrafted and Overconfident podcast on a Wednesday, May 20th, 2026. I'm Jason Semko. With me, Brandon Bigo Gordon.
Hello from the Sunshine State, beautiful, sunny Florida, out here again.
Second home.
Seriously, man, like I'm just hitting every spot. Miami, Orlando, Tampa, Lakeland.
You're going downhill of the places that you're going to.
Yeah, popularity and familiarity way downhill. Downhill.
How is old Lakeland?
Lakeland, the Lando Lakes. Yeah, I got to hang out with the butter chick on the Lando Lakes butter stick. Yeah, so pretty cool. No, I don't know what I'm talking about. No, Lakeland's pretty cool. I gotta be honest. It's got that small town vibe.
Okay.
Like the city, it's like there's a 5-block radius where there's like a bustling city. There's a little bell tower. There's a lot of restaurants. There's a little pond, a lot of walking area, and it's nice. And the hotel I'm staying at is right here in the hub of it. There's a shout out to Revival Whiskey Bar. There's a bar out here that has like 10 different types of old fashions. Then I was like, I got to check this out. Right? And I was like, oh, okay. I didn't try all 10 in one sitting. That would have been rough. I'm here for work. But I did go there. I felt like such a dweeb though, man, because I'm traveling by myself. My wife's not here. It's just me. So I knowing what whiskey bars, especially, this is one of those places where they're completely bought in. The bartenders have the leather aprons, the curly handlebar mustaches. So, what do you think? Did they have the NBA Finals on the TV? No, they didn't have a TV. No TV.
Not even a TV to put on like a single TV. Like a woodworking marathon.
It's like the woodworking marathon. It's like who can make the best rocking chair? No, they had nothing there. So, but I knew this going in, so I brought my book that I've been reading, and I literally sat there drinking my old fashioned, reading my book. I felt like either incredibly mature or incredibly old, or maybe a little bit of both.
I think a little bit of both.
Yeah.
Also, who are you?
I know, right? Look at that, and I'm reading. It's a Pulitzer Prize winning book from 2015. I'm rereading. Have you read this book? It's called All the Light We Cannot See. Beautiful book. Brought me to tears, but I don't cry, so whatever.
Yeah.
But no, yeah. So I sat there, read my book, and just sipping on my old fashions. I felt like such
pinky up as
well.
No
pinky up. No, I was masking. I was grasping that highball. It was like, yeah, not highball. It's a rocks glass, and just felt like an adult. I was adulting.
Good for you, especially while
I was peak adulting
when you're by yourself.
Yeah. It's weird. It's weird going to a bar by yourself. I mean, it's weird going anywhere, but can you imagine, like, I've never been comfortable eating at a restaurant. When you're out, you're like, you have to get food. Do you ever sit in the restaurant and eat the food by yourself?
I don't think I've ever done that.
That just feels so uncomfortable.
It makes you feel like you're just really lonely.
Yes. Even if you're not, you're like, I'm killing time until I go pick up my wife that I love and we spend all our time together. But right now, in this moment, yeah, sure, buddy. Here's a $1. You're obviously
exactly
you're not doing great. So here's $1 for your trouble. You're like, thanks. I'll get the supersized fries now. Thanks.
Yeah, I was dreaming or picturing myself in like a McDonald's too, like in the corner by myself, like
just eating your fries,
facing the wall.
You're probably cutting up your cheeseburger, you're eating with a fork and knife, like it's like a weirdo.
That's when you'll get some money, though. People will just feel bad.
They're like, I feel so bad for this guy. So bad for this guy. Just disheveled, lonely, looking out the window, just waiting for some kind of human interaction. Yeah.
That was not you, though. You were just enjoying your book.
I was enjoying my book.
Yeah.
My subconscious hope was somebody's like, looks at me and it's like, what's this guy all about? Look at him reading his book, drinking his old fashioned. unbothered by the world. Fascinating,
especially in
but
2026. Not
right?
glued to his phone seems
Right? Yeah,
insane.
phone was not even on the I was, book.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah, I'm proud of me too. But enough about me and my growth. Sir, how you doing? How's the we know you love the weekend talk. I do this every
Of
we love the
course.
weekend talk. How's the weekend?
Good weekend. The wife and I went out to West Virginia,
West
Ma-
Virginia?
Matthias, West Virginia,
Matthias?
basically right on the border of Virginia, West Virginia.
Okay. So you went to Matthias. Did you get some Thias, if you know what I mean? Wah, wah.
Wow, I don't like to kiss and tell on the pod,
Okay,
but
on the pod. You Hey,
hey,
did the pup come on this trip?
she did. She did okay on the hikes, but she did really good. Getting in like the Airbnb and feeling comfortable. So
Alright.
that was good. But no, she was fine. Thankfully, she's just kind of turning into like a normal dog. But no,
I love it like she's evolving. She's evolving into a normal dog.
yes. Well, when we got her, she was in like the negative of like so far below what you would want a normal dog to be. But she's come leaps and bounds.
Hey, and by the way, I got to see you right before my trip, right?
That's true.
I
You met
guess
her
I
for the
got
first time.
for the first. I don't know if it's the first time because we've had dinner at your place.
Oh,
Did you have
that's
Claudia
right.
when we had dinner? But
No,
I mean,
actually, no.
okay, when did you have your guys' dinner party? Remember you had like your housewarming? Didn't you have Claudia then or no?
I think we had her Joanna. I think we had her upstairs though.
Sorry, I got your old white woman name
Yeah,
for your dog,
our human
Claudia.
name for a dog.
No, your name for your dog is a 62-year-old white woman that shops at Whole Foods and goes and recycles off-site every weekend. That's
and
that's the name you give her.
and she would do that too, I'm sure.
But she didn't come with, or she did come with.
She did come with.
Yes.
Yeah, we backpacked her quite a bit.
Backpacked it. Yeah, you love that little, putting the pup on your back and just taking her
Yeah.
along for the
She
ride.
loves it
Yeah.
too.
I
And
bet
then we
she
get
she's
to like
not the walk. Of course she loves it.
well, then we get to like flatland and stuff, and she has a good time. But I mean, the hills, it's all in the mountains, so she couldn't do but so much.
Hey,
But
those little dachshund legs.
I know she tries. But no, it was. I will say this: West Virginia, because I know you and your family do decent amount of like state parks and try to do
We do.
national parks as well.
We do. Yeah.
West Virginia blows Virginia out of the water when it comes to state parks. Like
Okay.
there's always at least some attraction at these state parks that are like national park-esque. Like there's some really cool waterfalls at some of the state parks.
All
And
right.
this one just had like a crazy view of like 5 different counties with like the rolling mountains just kind of like appearing out of nowhere like once you get to the top of the mountain. Like it was just I've never seen that at a Virginia state park.
Picturesque. Very picturesque.
Very picturesque. One of those like worth making it like the 2-mile trek straight uphill for, whereas like the Virginia ones, you're just kind of like, oh, that's it. Damn.
Yeah. Wah, wah. Yeah, a lot of that.
But yeah, no, that was great. But it was definitely because we were kind of in Appalachia. It's
Okay.
a unincorporated town where we're at. So there's like
So PC of you, unincorporated. Unincorporated
that's what it
town.
says on the signs. I don't know.
That means they're redneck. It's a hillbilly town. You're in a hillbilly town.
Yes, hillbilly town, but boy, I mean, went from like one end of the spectrum to the other because we went to like the local diner there. The city
Okay.
next to the place is like Lost Rivers, the city. So it's like the Lost River
Oh,
Diner.
all right.
And we're sitting in there, and all of a sudden, you just hear this guy come in, and it's like Norm from Cheers, but this guy's name was Biscuit. So they're like, "Hey, Biscuit," and he's like, "Hey, how y'all doing?" And everyone is coming up to him, asking him how he's doing, and he's just telling them the stories of on the farm for the day, and he's like talking about how he can't have time to get a haircut, and it's getting hot out, and everyone just wants to know how Biscuit's doing. He orders a usual, like,
So
cra-
yeah, he just like right out of a sitcom, right out of
yeah,
Cheers, like you said, right? You were
and
just
then
literally like, who needs TV? Let's just come to this diner and just watch, and this will be our own personal little sitcom.
a little bit, but then like not 10 minutes later. This like almost like Land Rover rolls up. It's
Ugh.
these 4 guys. They come in, gay guys, and they couldn't have been
Thank
more
you for
just
establishing that the gay guys, that's just
they just couldn't have been more, like, bougie, and one of the guys is
pretentious,
sitting
yeah.
there pretentious, and it's just kinda like, "I want my salad when it comes out with the appetizers, I want there to be minimal cucumbers, but then when the main meals come out, I want a hot potato. I want it hot, please." And we're like, we just went from Biscuit, the, like, 85-year-old farmer, to, like, the pretentious which they it was fine, but it's like, where are we? Kind of like
Yeah,
Appalachia.
and
And
these
that
yeah,
wasn't the only place we saw, like, a whole crew. There was, like, a farmer's market, and you saw these 2 Mercedes convertibles roll up, and it's just bunch of guys coming in, ordering, like, the mimosas,
was
but
it
we're
the
like,
same gay guys?
"No, it
Are
wasn't."
or were they gay too, though?
"Oh, yes.
They
Yes.
were gay too. So
Yes.
you saw 2 different groups. Like, let's set the stage here. What are we talking about? We're talking about I'm gonna take hillbilly out because Willbilly's getting a hard on right now because we're talking about West Virginia
Yep.
woods country.
Yep.
So we'll call it rural West Virginia. 2 different locations,
Yep."
holes in the wall. Maybe not the farmer's market. That's not a hole in the wall,
Farmer's
but
market was nice, but yeah.
we're talking about rural West
Mhm.
Virginia,
Yeah.
and you saw 2 different sets
Yep.
of homosexual men.
Yes.
They trying to gentrify or gentrigate the rural West Virginia area? What's going on here?
Apparently, that area is a hotspot for, like, DC,
Careful,
Baltimore,
careful.
like
Hotspot
no,
for what?
no, for people to, like, travel to get away from the city, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
I
All
didn't
right.
like that,
Yeah.
but no, it's, like, um my farmer's market there, we met someone from Richmond, someone from Baltimore, but it's like a getaway, it's 3 hours away to get
Yeah.
away for the weekend, but it's a very LGBTQ positive community in Appalachia.
In rural West Virginia. I
Yes.
never would have guessed it. That is incredible.
Us
I just love
neither.
I like literally this is out of freaking Zoolander. Chris is waiting for me to say it's like I'm a hot little potato right now. Like he's like, I want a hot little potato because I am a hot little potato right now. Oh, just get it to me right out of the microwave, just nice and tight and crisp and just steaming from the mouth. Let's do it now. And then were they like pressing on the fruit? I'm just gonna do all my gay stuff right
Just
now. It's just like it's like oh, this cucumber is just so bumpy. Let's can I get a
no,
smooth? Can I
but
get a
they're just
smooth cucumber?
no, but they just made sure to, like, order, like, "I just want a bagel with cream cheese," and then one's just like, "I'll just have the mimosa," or one's, "I'll just have a scone and a mimosa, though,
A
please."
scone. What part of West like this is not the West Virginia I know. It's like biscuits and gravy.
I know.
It's like draft beer. You're getting scones. You're
I
getting
think
mimosas.
they're
Where are
playing to
we?
their
What is
audience.
happening?
I know.
Apparently, they're just going with the times. They're just realizing like this is you adapt or die, and we
Yeah.
are adapting to the people that are coming into our atmosphere right now.
I will say this to kinda end the trip, it was a great trip, but this is an instance, though, where I think, like, Airbnb has absolutely completely helped a town like this because
Okay.
there's no other way, there's no hotels, all it
No.
was a long it was a beautiful it was, like, just a two-lane road and mountains on, like, both sides and, like, fields leading up to the mountain. It was beautiful, but there's no hotels, there's, like,
No.
one motel, but no one's gonna stay there, but people have all these Airbnbs and you're like, "Yeah, sure, let's just get a big house for, like, a weekend and tour this city that's, like, 3 hours away." So, as much as sometimes it sucks that Airbnb, like, takes over and,
Yeah, well, that's why it's like a double sword. You said it's great, but it's definitely very double-edged, right?
it is.
It's great for, like, the businesses, but for the people, they're probably getting priced out, like, all these I bet you the people that own those Airbnbs, I bet you it's not Biscuit, 85-year-old Biscuit that's like, "Yeah, you can stay in my house, and I'll just sleep in the shed in the back." Like, no, they're not doing that. It's people that are from DC buying these
It
properties
is.
and then
Yeah.
renting them out. It's not
Well,
like Biscuit's like, "Don't worry about me." It's like, "I just need a tent and some binoculars so I can watch it when you sleep." No, it's none
you're
of
being
that.
so mean to Biscuit. He was such
I
a
know,
sweet old man.
what is it? It's entertainment. He's like, "I don't got cable, so I got my binoculars to
He
help me
probably
out."
didn't have cable. He probably doesn't watch TV.
No, absolutely, yeah, absolutely. But no, it sounds like a great trip.
It
You
was. It
got
was a
you had
great getaway.
entertainment, you had outdoors. It sounded like a great trip.
Highly recommend because it's only a few hours away.
So I'll go right into my weekend then. My
Yeah.
weekend was pretty good. Nothing really of note to kind of go over. It's just more of the same. We're just dadding and parenting and whatnot. But I did have to go to Lakeland, Florida on Monday, so I'm back here in the sunny state of Florida. And I gotta say, I kind of said in the front end, I'm casually impressed with Lakeland.
Okay.
Kind of casually impressed. You hear about Tampa and Orlando and Miami and to a lesser extent, very lesser extent, Jacksonville.
Yeah.
But,
Gross.
gross. I mean, it's just gotten grosser in the last, like, 3 or 4 years.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
almost like not even worth thinking about going to anymore.
Yikes. But Lakeland, it's got a quaint charm to it, I gotta say, man. Like I
Okay.
said, it's like it's got a small town feel, but it seems safe to walk. Apparently, there's a ton of homeless people here. I haven't seen them because I've been up here at night, but,
Oh,
apparently there's a lot of but yeah, there's
okay.
cool shops, nice restaurants. And, cool vibe. I went to this restaurant today, and they're like, "You coming back?" And I was like, "Well, I'm here from work." Like, "Well, will you here tomorrow?" And I was like, "Yeah, technically." He's like, "Well, you come back. I'll remember your name." And I'm like, "Okay, cool."
And they want some
Freaky,
business.
right? Yeah, yeah. They want some fresh meat. But, no, Lakeland's nice. It's too bad it's landlocked and there's nothing around. It's literally one of those drive-by
Yeah.
cities between Tampa and Orlando. It's like equal distance. That's the other frustrating part. I don't understand and respect to the people that do, but for those people that live more than, I'd say under an hour, I'd say 45 minutes away from an airport, like, how do you travel? It's the worst. I'm in Lakeland, it's 45 minutes from Tampa Airport, it's an hour away from Orlando Airport, and then you think about it, it's like my wife has a friend that lives in, like, some podunk town in Mississippi, and
Yeah.
it's like 2 hours to an airport.
Gross.
Like, what do you that sounds horrible. It's like, I don't wanna be right next to the airport, but I need to be within driving distance
You
to an
think an
airport.
hour is too far?
I think an hour's too far. Anything over an hour is too far.
Okay.
Hour and under, perfectly fine. 45 minutes, that's kind of the sweet 30 to 45 minutes is a sweet spot because you're not too close that you're in like the flight path and
Yeah.
you're hearing these things roaring by you, but you're also not too far where it's an inconvenience. You're like, to drive an hour to get on a plane for another at
I
least 2
know.
hours. Like,
I know.
Jesus. It's plane, trains, and automobiles.
Yeah, it makes for a long day, but I don't know. Well, you've always struck me as someone that wants to move away from people, like
I do.
your
I
time.
hate people. Yeah.
So funny, the industry you're in, you just deal with people all day. But
Well, but this is my release. I only deal with you when we're on the podcast, so I only
oh,
have to deal with one singular person, so it's great.
I know you love it.
Yeah.
But so are you gonna then move to a community like Lakeland almost, or you see yourself moving to like a larger city, have an airport close
I need a
by?
s no large city. I need a sweet spot. I need this vibe, but, like, Lakeland works because it's, like, it's 45 minutes away from
Okay.
Tampa, so it's within that threshold. So I can get to an airport under an hour, like, I don't have to deal with, like, I'm driving somewhere to go somewhere. It's a
Yeah.
nightmare. I don't wanna do that. But, that's why I have respect for people that live out in the podunks
Oof.
out there where they're literally like, "We don't go anywhere because it's exhausting." I can imagine. It's
Yeah.
exhausting to get to the airport, and then I gotta fly, and then when you fly, you come back, do you wanna drive another 2 hours
Nope.
back home?
Nope.
Nobody wants to do that. That's a
30 minutes
nightmare.
is enough for me sometimes.
Right.
After, like, Costa Rica, I was so glad we were 30 minutes
Right.
away. Yeah.
Exactly my point. So it almost prevents you from wanting to travel because 'cause you're like, "Let's just go somewhere close.
Let's just
Let's
stay in
just
our house and rent a movie.
let's rent a movie of a tropical paradise, and we'll
Yes.
just pretend that we're there."
Just put
It's the same thing.
the YouTube, like, drone visual of the place that we were thinking about going.
But yeah, so Lakeland was fine. I mean, Lakeland is fine. I'm still here. I mean, check in with me tomorrow. Maybe it just completely nosedives into
I hope not.
But the other thing, I'm staying at a hotel. Shout out the Terrace Hotel,
Okay.
Lakeland, Florida. Very nice boutique. It's right boutique hotel. I like boutique hotels. It's like if I can get outside of a chain, even though it's technically owned by Hilton, it's a Hilton property,
It's a
but
shame.
it's a chain. But it doesn't look like one of those uniform like cookie cutter hotels. It's got a little local charm to it.
Okay.
But the problem with the local charm is that some of the crap is outdated. Like the desk I'm recording on right now,
Yeah.
it's it's falling apart. Like here, look, I literally tried to pull the desk closer and I ripped this fucking thing off of it.
What?
I tried to pull it closer. This is a bar that's just it's on the table. And I just went like this and I ripped it right off.
What was it
Right
place
off.
built in like the it looks like the by the
It's
drapes
glued.
over there, it's like in the
Yeah,
70s.
no, but it's in the drawers. It's in the drawers. And the other thing about this one is it's got a glass counter or top. And it's fancy, ooh la la.
That
But
is
my
fancy.
freaking wireless mouse can't read the glass. It's like not connecting. So I gotta put my mouse on a book just so I can use it.
You don't have a
So
mouse
yeah.
pad?
No, I don't.
Do
Do you
those
think I
even
travel?
exist?
Do you think I travel with a mouse pad? What's wrong? Where are you from? Get out of here, mouse pad.
I don't know, I
I
don't
was
travel
I was
for
like
work.
I love the boutique vibe. It's great, but literally go to IKEA, just get some like IKEA furniture and just build it and just put it up so that I can have something that I can actually have a workstation because this is ridiculous.
That'd be
But
nice.
I know, right? I mean, IKEA's got good stuff. IKEA's got good stuff.
You just
And
gotta take the time and deal with trying to build it.
yes. Well, I'm glad that you brought that up about building IKEA furniture, Semco, because we do have a new sport to
Yes.
announce to the cast. Is everybody ready for the new sport? Who here has heard of Flat Pack World Championships? Flat Pack World Championships.
I kinda hope that no one in our friend group has at least heard about it.
There's zero chance that anybody has heard of the Flat Pack World Championships, but this is we just completed the second annual Flat Pack World Championships
Oh,
in May. So apparently this is an event that's done through a home design expo and has competitors racing through multiple rounds of IKEA assembly with a
yeah.
live audience cheering them on. So there's a crowd cheering these people on building furniture. This is a thing. Second annual.
I mean, look, you've got events where people will watch other people do push-ups and pull-ups and
Well,
run, so people will
yeah,
watch
you talk
anybody do
about like High
something.
Rocks, yeah, no, but I mean, here's a knock to your um your English Premier League. Okay, this is done in Manchester. This is how bored they are of soccer or football. They're like, I'd rather go watch somebody build a nightstand than go watch another Man City event or whatever.
Granted, there's losers in every country that do stupid stuff like this.
But no, yeah, so they did this right outside of Manchester in some place called Wigan. Well, the winner was Haley McCauley of Wigan. Apparently, she won it last year too. So she is the
Wow,
perennial winner of the Flat Pack World Championship. So shout out to Haley McCauley of Wigan, outside of Manchester.
good on you.
She, apparently, the Wigan Today, assuming a newspaper, reported that she displayed speed, precision, and calm under pressure during the final round, in which she put together a nightstand in just over 8 minutes. That's impressive.
That is impressive.
Nightstand in 8 minutes?
I'm
That's like,
thinking 80 minutes for me.
yeah, minimum. But that's because when I do, have you built IKEA furniture? Have you
A
done this
couple,
before?
yeah,
Yeah, you've
a
done it.
couple.
I'm I either it taking too long to make sure that I have the right piece and right. It's like, okay, this says it's 1 and this is 2, and 2 goes in 1. Is this right? Or I'm rushing too fast and I'm
Yeah.
like, the freaking handle's on the wrong side, and I have to take it all apart and put it back together.
That's generally what happens to me is it's the one piece that you had to, like, wedge a couple other things together, and it actually
You're like,
was
ooh, you
turned the
missed
wrong
that piece.
way, so you can't put the pegs in to, like, put a little, like, shelf on there because
Yeah.
it's
Oh
wrong.
no, the holes are supposed to be on this side, not
Yeah,
that side. And you're like, why? Why
yeah.
didn't you say that earlier?
I'm not gonna sit there and look at myself and say, "Well, I rushed." It's the directions were
This is
awful.
the directions, yeah. Oh, the directions are weird, man. But yeah, so Macaulay went home with the coveted Golden Allen key medal.
Okay.
Because
Okay,
that's
something.
the tool that they give you
Oh, that's
for
right. You get
all
the
of this
Allen
IKEA. You get the
wrenches.
freaking Allen,
Yeah.
you had the Allen keys. And all the assembled furniture went to local charity. It's a win-win.
That is a win-win.
It's a win-win.
Who
So
do you think
congratulations.
in our friend group would be
Oof.
the best out of this?
The best at putting IKEA furniture. I can't let's take ourselves out because I would very egregiously say me. I'd say I'm the
Oh,
best.
I'd say I would be as well.
See, that's why we gotta take ourselves out of this. We have to be partial to it. The best, I'd probably go Will Billy. I feel like Will Billy is good with his hands, and I feel like he's also measured,
Yeah.
and he's not too energetic, if that makes sense. He would take it precisely. He's a precise human being.
He's like the tortoise, and I think the rest of us would be like the
The
hare.
hair's just like, yeah, just put it together, and it's like,
And then
it's
you got
kind of
like shaky DW trying to
DW would be dead last. Dead last. It's like, just trying to get the peg, the wooden peg that goes in. He's like, I missed again. Oh,
he
too
breaks
low.
them all and then he can't complete it. So it's like did not finish.
DO would be the first to get like a AI robot to do it for him. He'd be the first to do that.
That's true.
Last to actually complete. He probably gets his wife to do it. He's like, hey, I'm not gonna put her name. Like Abby, no, don't use
my real
I'm
name.
sorry, but his wife would put it together for him probably.
Yeah. Which I guess would count.
I feel like ill will would be. I think the wills in our lives would be in a dead
Good
heat.
pull. I do. I think I think Whitaker would get it done right.
But dude,
every single time.
use my real
don't listen. Come on, man. Will Billy. His name is Will
Will
Billy.
Billy. Oh my gosh. Sorry. And Ill Will, I think would rush. And sometimes I think he'd get it done, but then other times he'd do like I do, and he would like turn a piece the wrong way.
So it's a
And
gamble.
it's
Like
a
Ill
gamble.
Will's, he's the dark horse because
Yeah.
he had the chance to blow everybody out of the water. He could get that 8-minute finish,
Yeah.
or he could be dead last because he
Yes.
got something wrong halfway through.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like you're gonna have it's like a Phil Mickelson round. Like either he's gonna shoot like 6 under or it's gonna be 6 over, or like Ricky Fowler. Like it's one or the other that
Oh,
you're gonna get.
Ricky. Well, I'm glad you brought up Ricky Fowler, even though he's nowhere to be seen. But the PGA Championship just came through. We didn't even talk about it on the last one. We kind of just zoomed right by it.
Yeah.
But I mean, we got to shout it out because we have a new reigning major champion, first champion, or first major for this guy right here. So shout out to Rai. Congratulations, dude.
Yeah, no, and apparently just the nicest guy of all time. Like no one says a bad thing about him. Felt weird because people were having him like defend saying how nice he was. Like, so you're just gonna then so we should assume that all these athletes and celebrities are just
Or
awful
complete
people.
D-bags. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I was like, so now we gotta sit here and hear people defend him. But no, he's Tommy Two Gloves. You know, you gotta love seeing that. But man, I just thought with that loaded leaderboard, it reminded me a lot of
Yeah.
yeah.
Going into like Decision Sunday, right? Like you had the big dogs up there with him. You had Rahm, you had Scheffler, and this guy Rai. You wonder with a guy that's never won it before, is it when they do eventually win it? Is it because they're just like, I have nothing to lose, or are they just vibing? I mean, like Rai had that 70-foot putt.
Yeah.
I mean, that's his definitive moment. That's something he's gonna never forget.
No, how could you? That's a good
I mean,
question. I'd love to ask those guys because he'll probably never win a major again. He might
probably
not
not.
even ever come close to
Just
contending.
played the I mean the 4 rounds of his life. Like
Yeah.
you know, yeah, I mean, because it's like he's been on the tour for years. It's not like this guy's like an up and comer. This guy's been around for a long, long time.
And he
And he
just
just
pieced it together.
yeah. So good on him, man. I mean, that's fantastic. Do you like seeing the one and doners? I hate that we're already assuming this guy's a one and
Yeah,
doner.
I know.
But I mean, he hasn't given us any reason to believe that he can replicate this kind of success. This just is like it feels like lightning in a bottle.
Yeah. I think every so often just to kind of have a story like that come up, like Danny Willett when he won the Masters. I think it was like I can't remember how long ago that was, but I mean, it was a loaded field as well. That was like 2016, 10 years ago. I mean, that was a loaded field all around him. He came from like 3 shots back on the back 9. No one had him on the bingo card winning heading into the back 9. And I don't know, it's just one of those stories you almost don't forget. I can't remember who's won after Danny Willett except for like maybe Rory and Tiger, but I'm not going to forget him winning that Masters. But it's one of those where if it happens like all the time and it's just these one-hit wonders, it kind of gets a little old after a while. You want to see some of these big dogs get up there, but yeah, I loved it. I was kind of rooting for the guy. And you want to see if he can actually do it or have like a Jean Van de Velde like collapse or something. Like, what's it going to be?
Yeah.
So I was happy for him, and it seemed like he was a guy that kind of deserved it.
See, I'm on the other side. I would love to see nothing but one and doneers, just
Of
people
course.
just playing out of their mind and just because that's what you're going to remember. You're going to remember this guy, right? It's like if Scheffler wins another one, you add it to his leaderboard, and you're like, I don't know, he won the PGA Championship. I don't know, was it 2026? I don't know. Could have been 2025. Could have been 2024. Could have been all three. I have no idea. But this guy's etched in history now, and it
Yes.
might be his masterclass, his masterpiece, which is very, very cool. And I love seeing that. And I love seeing people defy the odds. I love seeing the long shot kind of win it. And he had his defining moment. That again, I mentioned the 70-foot
Yeah.
putt. That's his defining moment. That's what people remember. If Scheffler won, people would not remember a single moment in that entire round or in that entire 4 days. But this guy winning it for the first time, maybe the only time, and that defining moment, that's always going to be remembered. Do you ever watch Tin Cup? Tin Cup?
Oh yeah, love Tin Cup.
Love Tin Cup. Who's the lead in Tin Cup?
Kevin Costner.
Give me 3 people, 3 actors in Tin Cup. There's 4 that you could name.
Oh my God,
I'll
who's
give you
the
3.
caddy?
Yes.
I'm
Come
disappointing
on.
myself, actually.
You're disappointing the movie
Yeah.
guru too. I'll give
I
you
want to
want a
say, like,
hint?
was Rosie Perez in there?
No, but I love that the cat. I'll give you the hint. The caddy's wife had a Rosie Perez vibe, but you're not going to remember the caddy's wife. She wasn't a
Okay.
well-known name.
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank.
All
I'm just
right, I'll give you the easiest clue ever. All right,
okay.
he is one of the 2 in Cheech and Chong.
Oh, it's is it Cheech Marin?
Yes.
It is,
Cheech
okay.
Marin. Cheech Marin is his caddy. So that's 2. Can you give me one more? Either his antagonist in the movie or his love interest in the
Yeah,
movie.
I'm like picturing the face of the love interest, but I don't even know if I do know her
Can pull
name.
the name.
Yeah.
Shame on you. She's a looker too.
I know.
Looker in her own right.
Yeah, I can't remember.
It's Rene Russo.
You know what? You're right. I do always forget that that's what Rene Russo looks like.
And you don't remember the antagonist? Come on,
Man, it's
antagonist.
been so long.
He wouldn't shake the kid's hands like, yeah, don't fucking touch me. It's
Shooter
gross.
McGavin?
No, it wasn't Shooter McGavin. But he did have a Shooter McGavin vibe.
Yeah, he
It's
did.
Don Johnson, Miami Vice, Don Johnson.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I wouldn't have pulled that name. I haven't seen him in too much stuff.
All right, so we dovetailed into movies, so that's your movie moment, Seabear. You got it. But
It just angers him.
yeah, just to boil his blood. But no, but that reminds me of that scene where he butchered that 17.
Yep.
Was it 17? But that's what they'll remember, that he took drop after drop and then he finally sank it. That's
The
what people
last
remember.
ball.
The last ball, right? So that's like this with the ride. It's like people are gonna remember the 70-foot putt that really much iced it, and he defeated all of these giants in the game.
Yeah.
So I think it's such a cool story, and I wish we had more stories like this. It gets boring when freaking robot Scheffler just wins after wins.
But then when he wins like 10 plus majors and you're like, I got to watch the guy win. But that's the thing. If he's going to win all these majors, you got to go up against these guys that are hot for a 4-day stretch.
Yeah,
That's
sure.
how difficult it is to win multiple majors. So maybe, yes, you won't remember the tournament as much, but you'll just be like, almost fascination, or lack of a better word, of that a guy could actually win that many when you've got to go up against anybody of these like 100 guys that could just be hot for 4 days.
This is one of those topics that you and I will always be in
I
disagreement
know.
about. Always, but you like chasing greatness,
You do?
and I like seeing disparity in the field. That's always going to be one of the things that really just puts us on odds.
I just don't get you for that. I
I don't get
occasionally,
you. I don't
yeah,
understand you. That's fine. I don't get you. You don't make sense. So you can eat it. But
whatever.
I mean, so congratulations to Rye. We had some top dogs right there at the end. Rahm, Scheffler, even McElroy made a
Yep,
run
he
there for a
did.
little bit, right? But nowhere to be seen is your boy DeChambeau, man.
I I'm starting to think if the PGA Tour even wants the guy to come back.
I think it's mutual, to be honest with you. Like DeChambeau's already come out saying that he's like, I'm just going to be a YouTube golfer.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to do now.
But he's also sat there and said he doesn't want there to be any egos and that the PGA should put their ego down. And then he says the next sentence, they don't know how much I can offer to the tour. Basically saying, you need me so badly and you'll do so well. You should just cancel any penalties and let me come and play on the tour. Even knowing I basically tried to file a suit to crush you and turn you into nothing and have Live be like the new PGA Tour. But forget about that PGA. Let's just like I didn't really do that. Let's pretend that didn't happen. And because I have so many YouTube followers, you should just not penalize me and let me do what I want. Yeah. Yeah. Ego, what? Like, I don't get
Yeah,
that.
that's going to open up such a can of worms, right? Because we've already seen some of these defectors come back, and they've already had to pay their fines. Kepka's
Yep.
had to pay fines. Patrick Reed's had to pay
Yep.
fines. If they buckle and allow DeChambeau to come back without fines, they're gonna have a lawsuit on their hand. Kepka's gonna sue him. Patrick Reed's gonna sue him.
And they should.
Give me my freaking money back.
Yeah.
You just let this guy like ice skate back in without any kind of penalties. I'm paying 100 mil. That's not. There's you can't reshape the rules. And yeah, I'm with you on this. Where DeChambeau's just he's trying to have his cake and eat it too.
Yeah.
He's like, you want me? I don't need you as much as you need me. I can go do this on YouTube. Then why are you making such a stink about it? Then just go. If that's how you feel, just go.
Because you're not
You
really
don't.
a golfer anymore. I mean, look at your performances in these
It's not been
majors.
great, man. It's
No.
not been great. He definitely has. He can be the male Page Spearneck. Just
Yes.
wear very scantily clad outfits and go out there and drive the long ball. I know you'd want to see DeChambeau in a tennis skirt driving those balls, Semco.
I would watch him wear whatever he wants if he's going to try to drive greens from like 400 yards out. And
That's
then
fair.
turn to Page's drives and end it on that, you know?
There you go. Yeah. I mean, he just seems to fit the model of a YouTube golfer, right? He's got a lot of personality. He's got a brand. He's got a name. He'd probably make more. And I know the last time we talked about this, you brought up how these guys are competitors and they want to compete against the best. But I don't know if that's this guy. I think he's realized that he can't consistently compete with the best in the field. So he's like, why not just be the best in YouTube? Be the
Yeah.
best in that field. So I think that be perfectly fine with doing that.
He seemingly has taken the money and is, like you did say, and is like, this is more than enough. Like, do I need to do the grind anymore? No. So let me just post random YouTube videos or have Kevin Hart be my caddy in this instance, or, find some other celebrity to play golf with, and show them some tips or something along the way and make it a little wacky. Yeah, I don't know. I'm a bit of a snob, I guess. I didn't really care for all that shenanigans at the Masters anyway, so get out of here, Bryson.
The shenanigans. Yeah, you're part of that hoity-toity crew that's just like, oh, I want them to be buttoned up and reserved and wearing their
Pants.
pleated pants. Their pleated pants. They
Caddies
gotta got
wear
gotta
shorts.
gotta have pleats. and there's pants. Say pleated pants already? Yeah. Okay, I've killed that one.
Pleated pants.
Well, we're going from pants to shorts because we're going into the NBA there, sir.
Yeah,
So
we
NBA
are.
Finals, we're officially into the Final Four. Don't call it the Final Four in the NBA Finals, but that's what we're going to refer to it as. 4 teams left, all fighting for that. What's the NBA trophy name? Do you know what it's
I think
called?
it's still called the Larry O'Brien
That's
Trophy.
right. Yeah. Yeah, Larry O'Brien. Good old Larry
Yeah, Larry. I
O'Brien.
know exactly what you did.
Yeah, what's like anyways, so yeah, we got 4 teams fighting for it. Not a lot of disparity outside of the 1 seed in the East getting dropped, but I think we both agree that Detroit wasn't kind of they were kind of a faulty 1 seed
Yeah.
in the East. You know, I know that I mentioned, I think that you were kind of agreeing with it, that they were kind of they need to get punched in the face. They made the playoffs, they're a top seed, but they needed to have that grit and have to go through it. Nobody thought they were gonna come to the playoffs and immediately be able to run the table.
No.
So, unsurprisingly, they got knocked by the Cavs. It did take 7 games,
Yeah.
but, the Cavs, took care of business, and this is where they fall apart because, as I had predicted, this is where that team falls apart. My predictions are coming true. I had the Knicks Cavs, and I think I gave your Nuggets a chance. So I think it was Nuggets OKC I
Yeah.
had in the finals. So a little off there, but on the East side, right exactly how I predicted it outside of, Detroit went 1 more round than I thought they did. Knicks won game 1. It looks like they are in complete control.
Yeah.
So I think I'm confidently comfortable with that pick on my side.
Well, you confident? I mean, they did have a 22-point lead with 7 minutes to go in the game against your Knicks.
I know, and it went to overtime. I get that, but the end outcome is the end outcome. If they had lost that 20-point lead and then lost the game, yes, I'd be a little bit more concerned.
No, no,
But
no. The Cavaliers lost the lead and lost the
oh,
game.
that's right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Well, yeah, that's more the point, right, dude? The NBA and Will Billy can attest to this. I've been saying this for like 25 years. I think I've told this to you too. It doesn't matter until the last 5 minutes. I don't care what the score is. The Magic proved that against the Pistons. They were up 20, 30 points at half on a elimination game,
Yeah.
and then they went 0 for 23, and they lost that freaking game. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter until the fight. I don't need to tune into an NBA game until there's 5 minutes left.
You're not wrong.
There's no reason for me to be like, oh, they're up 20. They're gonna crush this. Guys. No, it's gonna even out. Like, especially in the playoffs, it's more likely that the lead's going to diminish or completely dissolve than it is that they're going to continue to just run roughshod on a team. It's just
Yeah.
unlikely. So yeah, I'm not concerned. In fact, I'm even more confident that the Knicks were able to come back from a 20-point deficit and then end up winning the game, because that is deflating as
It
hell
is. It is.
for the Cavs. We had it.
And I just love because it's also just the narrative of James Harden not
Yeah, man.
showing up when the team needs him to. And James Harden is an amazing scorer. Luka Doncic, you're an amazing scorer. You're not in shape, so they made you play defense, and then you couldn't play offense. It's like the Knicks. I loved Mike Brown, the coach of the Knicks, so much because he just literally he called it out. He was like, remember playing him like when he was on the Rockets
Yeah,
and I was on the Warriors. The guy dribbles 1,000 times a game. He's like Kevin Durant and Steph Curry dribble like 300. He's going to tire himself out. And it exactly happened. Like it wasn't the
yeah.
worst defense in the world, but either way, he was just having to work extra hard. And then offensively, he couldn't do anything. And
He gassed. Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. Now on the other side, we got the Spurs kind of just punching the Thunder right in the mouth. They took game 1.
dude, Wembayama, I, it's not since Shaq has anyone just so dominant. I mean, Wemby's in the paint. How does he not score? I mean, how do you not
He's
just
a cheat code. We talked about this. He's a freaking cheat code.
I just thought maybe, another team that plays good defense could somehow not let him get into his spot. or they're just a little taller and could deal with it. No, like a ball goes up, and if he wants to get the offensive rebound, he's gonna get it. Like
Yeah.
he wants to get the defensive rebound, he's gonna get it. It is one of those where though you don't want him to tire out, so you gotta rest him. You can't go to him every single time. But man, it's just if that game is within like 5 or 6 points with 5 minutes to go, like you said, I mean, how could you not just assume that Wemby will just win the game for
Take
them?
over. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Well, and the other thing that I realized in like game one is, man, the Thunder, whether it's on purpose or not, they're really turning into the heel of the NBA.
Yes.
Like people already are not on SGA's side because his game replicates Harden. He just gets on the line way too much. He plays for the foul. And yes, he's a great player in his own right, but people are going to remember that it's like, oh, this guy just always gets on the free throw line. He's always trying to draw contact and he's always doing this. But then more so after game one, did you see this at the free throw line when Chet purposely stepped on Wemby's foot to try and, I don't know if he was trying to injure him or prevent him from going up for the rebound. Did you see this
Really?
reviewed?
No.
Yeah. So there's a video out there of on the free throw line, and I don't have any more context than that. But you can see him look down. He's looking at Wemby's probably size 20 foot,
Seriously.
and when the shot goes up, he steps on his foot, and then he gets his hands up, and Wemby's like trying to pull his foot out of mud.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you guys are turning into a team that people are gonna be rooting against.
They kind of
And if they
are.
and if they go on to win this championship, I feel like it's going to be the NBA version of the Patriots. It's gonna be you're either an OKC fan or you're
Yes.
a against OKC fan.
And I'm an OKC fan. Me and Dwight.
You're an OKC right
EW.
now. Yes. Well, DW by just default, he's like, I can't pick my teams anymore, so I'm just gonna pick winners. Yeah. Yeah. He's on that team now. He's on that wagon. He's hitching himself to that wagon. He's right there next to the person that is rocking the whips.
Yeah.
Ha! Yeah.
No, I
He
will say, yeah, Shea, I don't know if he hasn't learned anything, but dude, they almost lost to the Pacers because he kept trying to just play one-on-one ball and he was not getting any calls and they did it for 7 games. I was like, "Are you not learning anything by now? You gotta." That Jalen Williams, if they win this series, it's gonna be because of him because he is just so
he's back.
explosive.
And he's
Yeah.
back. They didn't have him last series. He's back now. I mean, right now, if we're looking at it real time right now as we're recording this, OKC's up 11 at half.
Ooh,
So
okay.
they're bouncing back in a big way. But again, doesn't matter till the last
Nope.
5 minutes.
Nope.
We'll see what happens in the last 5 minutes. But yeah, but I mean, even with the Wemby win and the San Antonio Spurs taking game one, I'm still highly confident with my picks. I had OKC Knicks finals. I'm still hyper confident with that.
I I wish I could disagree. I do kinda wanna see Wemby, and I do kinda wanna see you not be right. But it's gonna be hard not to pick the OKC, and yeah, I think the Knicks are gonna win. I don't it's James Harden. I mean, look, I didn't know
It's James
I
Harden.
didn't know that you were such a basketball savant.
Yeah.
I mean, you just said, "No, James will play great until the Eastern Conference Finals, and then he's gonna let everybody down." You got 3 of the 4 picks right. I You must be making some cash betting
I
on
don't
this.
know. No, because again, I told you this. I didn't bet on it because I didn't want to jinx myself.
Yeah.
But yeah, ask me how many minutes of regular NBA TV did I watch?
How many minutes of NBA TV did you watch?
I'm gonna say it's less than 1 minute of NBA regular season. But I know the players, and it's
Yeah.
like it's sad, but there's not a lot of variable that goes along with the NBA. It's like if you have the best players, you're gonna have the best teams. If you've been there before and you understand how the playoffs work, you're more likely to succeed. And it's just a shame to see sometimes.
I see myself, I've said before, I got a guy at work and he's young. He's like 20, 21 and big Pittsburgh fan and all that. And, but it's just weird because he reminds me so much of myself. because he just will grasp on to, like, anything, and it's more hope, and I feel like when I talk to my dad about sports when I was that age, I'd be like, "No, no, this team is up and coming," like the Pistons. I'd be like, "No, Pistons were the number 1 seed.
They're
They're
gonna
gonna be
do it.
great." And my dad could just sit there and not watch a minute of basketball and be like, no, like, you can just tell they're not ready, they're not gonna do it, they don't have a team,
Yeah.
they got 1 guy, and I'm like, "No, no, no, but he makes everything happen." And, it's just crazy because yeah, you're right, I mean, I went on a limb for Jokic because I kinda like
You
Jokic,
did.
but
You love Jokic.
I do, but it's like, how could it not be like OKC and, Boston or New York? I think we said that series was gonna be the one like, those 2 teams were coming out of the East, and, it's holding true, man.
Yeah. It is a shame that we didn't get to see a Boston-New York
Yeah,
matchup. The Sixers just kinda pulled one out of their keister.
I
Their
know.
keister, I sound like I'm from, like, Minnesota. "Hey, pulled that out of their keister, okay." Uh, I'm trying to be PC for your mom. Mr.
Go ahead.
Semko, I'm not swearing for you, and for,
You did drop the F-bomb earlier.
did I?
When
In
you
this
when you
episode?
held up that gold thing for your desk, you're like,
Oh,
"Look at
yeah,
this
I did say that.
emulating."
Well, I'm frustrated, I broke something, I'm probably gonna get charged for that.
And
I'm not stoked about it. But, yeah, I mean, the Sixers pulled one out, but yeah, I think you and I both agreed. It's like it was either Celtics or Knicks coming out of the East.
yeah,
And again, it's a shame, but it's because again, there's not a lot of disparity. It's like these guys were here last year. They last year was exciting, and to
yeah.
DW's case, you had Indiana shocking the world, making it all the way to the finals. Holy cow, that
Game
was incredible.
7.
And that was must-watch TV, but sadly, that is outside of the norm. That is
Yeah,
the outlier. The normalcy is, okay, these guys are consistently in with the players that they have.
yep,
When you start seeing these players move around, then there's some confusion. Okay, can Jalen Brunson go to Dallas and work with Cooper Flag, or can Jason Tatum? No, they're not ever going to trade, but maybe Jalen Brown. Jalen
yeah.
Brown goes to, I don't know, the Pacers with Halliburton and they just kill it or something like that. That'd be impossible. But unless those things happen and you have the same players and the same teams, you're just like, okay, they've been there before, they've got a little bit more seasoning, they've got a little bit more understanding of what to do. It's easy to just decide that they're gonna be the ones that make it in.
Yeah.
My algorithm is not rocket science
No, it's
at
not.
all. And the reason that I picked Jokic is because again, he's been there.
Yeah.
So now, but like we talked about even before the predictions, we were hoping that this might have been one more ride for that Denver team, but I think this is the sign of that Denver team
Yeah.
kind of fading off in the sunset. I think this is their swan song. I think they're done.
Unfortunately, I agree. I don't know if that means Jokic goes or they just blow up the team around him, but, yeah, it was a good run. I mean,
They got their championship.
they did. So,
So
good for 'em, at least they got the one.
yeah. So they got their one. Now is the question is as we move on over to the NHL, is Is Montreal gonna get one off of Carolina? Carolina is 8-0 in the playoffs right now, and they just seem impossible to defeat. But Montreal, this is what I was hoping for. I was hoping for this matchup because we
Yeah, you
got
were.
a David and Goliath right here, right? We got a
Yeah.
Carolina team that's just been running train, choo choo, all aboard. I don't even need the box. I'm just doing myself. Uh, they're just running through people. And Montreal, 7-game series with Tampa
Yes.
Bay, 7-game series with Buffalo. Are they a team of destiny? Does Montreal have the juice
Ah,
to get
man.
past Carolina?
I wanna root for him, I really
You
do,
want to? How can you not?
but I just 2 7-game series? Like, come on,
They gotta be
man.
exhausted.
I
They have to
know.
be exhausted.
I know, and Carolina is so fresh and just a train, as you said. They don't give up any shots. And Montreal had a tough enough time getting shots off against Buffalo sometimes, and Buffalo does not have the best defense in the world. So I think I kind of said we might have done a preview of Montreal, maybe not. But man, Montreal's got like one line. That's it. Their top line. If they can't do nothing, I don't
They're
know.
out of luck.
But
Yeah.
you never know, man.
Team of
Montreal.
destiny.
I know. I'm rooting for it. I think that's what you got in like both conferences. You've got like two super underdogs and two Goliaths, and it's like, who are you rooting for in this? So I love it. I love these
Yeah.
four teams that we have in the NHL.
It's great. I wanna root for Montreal, but hockey is different than, like, an NBA or an MLB, right? Because out of the 4 major sports, you could argue that NHL is probably the most physically exhausting after a game.
Yes.
Most physically exhausting, right? You need that time to rest and repair. Commend Montreal for going 7 game
Yeah.
series, but that's gotta be exhausting. The time away that Carolina's got, whereas if it were the NBA or the MLB, you could say, "Oh, are they rusty?" In hockey, I feel like it's different where it's like, no, they're getting all this time to rest their bodies
Yep.
and really just be fully prepared for this. Like, I think the rest in the hockey playoffs is a benefit rather than a detriment that you might see in the MLB or in the NBA, where you're like, oh, but they're hot and they're moving and
Yeah.
they've got a rhythm to them. I feel like hockey is more so where it's like, no, we need to put ice on this,
Yeah.
I guess, or heat on this because they're on ice all the time. But they need a little bit of repairs. So I think Carolina's going to come out firing. I'd love it if Montreal, even with me picking Carolina to win the whole thing, I
Yeah.
had Carolina win the whole thing,
I know.
and it's like again, I think I'm 3 for 4 on these playoffs too, right? I had
Right.
Vegas, Colorado, Carolina, and then I think I had what, Tampa Bay?
You did
I
have
can't
Tampa
remember.
Bay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I'm 3 for 4 on this. I'm just again, everything's coming up Bigo, my friend. And no, I'm not going to change. I'm not going to change my NBA predictions. I'm going to take a page out of Semko's book.
Okay.
And, in the NFL midseason, you had your predictions, and God bless you, those 2 teams at least made the playoffs because mine didn't.
No.
Mine did not make the playoffs, but yours did. And you stuck with those people. I'm gonna stick with my picks. I still got a Colorado Carolina final. I still got Carolina putting it up. I got no reason not to think that. Although I don't know if you're watching. I'm watching it right now. Game 1 for Colorado and Vegas. Vegas is up 2-0 at the end of the second
Ooh.
right now.
Okay.
So they're coming out blazing. And
Tort.
if I swear to God, a tort, if they make it, I might as well buy a Hurricanes jersey because I will root against
Yeah.
Vegas all the way to the end.
Yeah, I would hate seeing Vegas win too because I'm not a fan of literally firing a coach with 9 games to go in the season because if Torts somehow wins this, it sets a precedent that, oh, you know what? We don't have to like limp into the playoffs with some we'll just get a new guy.
Yeah.
And I hate that because, you do see that. You don't see it as much in the American sports, but like European soccer, like these guys will get fired
I
midway
had to
through a
bring it up.
season. I know. It's like my bit. But no, and then they'll hire Chelsea did it twice literally. Hey, Chelsea.
Hey,
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 oh,
hey.
hey, we're rocking a lot of blue here, I
I like
noticed, by
it.
the way.
We look
Yeah.
good in it. But
Yeah.
But no, Chelsea did that twice. The 2 times they've won the Champions League, they fired their coach midway season or later, brought another guy in, and he took them all the way, and it, like, sets a precedent, and plus, it's just John Tortorella, man. I mean, he is such a salty curmudgeon, but, man, can he put a team together because look, I'm not gonna lie, though, I don't wanna see Carolina and Vegas because the over/under for shots on goal in a game will be like 20 as the mark because those teams just don't allow any shots on goal, and it's gonna be an awful, awful Stanley Cup.
It is. Yeah. Yeah. It will be unwatchable. Not unwatchable, but it'll be tough. Only the real puckheads are actually gonna stick around to
Yeah.
watch that thing.
Now,
Yeah.
if it went to, like, a game 7, though, I mean, that would just be fun to watch, but, yeah, I don't know. Also, to your point about Carolina and the rest, Carolina has had probably some bad beats in the playoffs the last couple years. So they're in this thing to win it. Like they're on a mission. It's not like, if it was Buffalo and maybe they had all this rest, I'd maybe be a little worried, not really any playoff experience, don't really know what it takes to maybe pull out a series. So they would maybe come in a little flat, but I think Carolina is just going to they're going to be ready.
Laser focus.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm confident, as I always am. My picks are going to kind of push through. We're going to see a Carolina, Colorado, the Killer Seas make it into those NHL playoffs. Uh, do you? We talked about, and I think we talked about in the last episode where I said that out of the NBA and the NHL, what's the dark horse that I had? And I had Vegas. I said Vegas that I think that they might
You said
make a run.
Anaheim.
Oh, I did say
You
Anaheim.
said Anaheim.
Yeah, that did not work out well for me. Who
Well,
did you
maybe next
say?
year.
Who did you say?
I think I said in basketball. I said the Timberwolves in basketball. But I did say
Yeah. Well, that didn't work out
no,
for
of
you.
course not. No, but I did say I did like Vegas because I thought that
You
Carter
said you
Hart
like Vegas. Yes.
had the
Yes.
highest ceiling of a goaltender. And he's kind of proven that to be right. But I can't root for Tortorella, and I can't root
Well,
for
yeah.
the team.
And
I
yeah,
want I
I
want
mean,
the Avalanche and the Canadiens. I think that'll be more fun of a Stanley Cup.
fine.
And since I'm out and you've predicted way better than I have, I'm just gonna root for my own
Against,
personal
whatever.
benefit.
Well, yeah, but like you'd mentioned how Tortorella, it sets a bad precedence if they actually go far, they're gonna say, oh, maybe this shakeup at the last second, and then all head coaches gonna be on watch. They're like, oh my god, I could get let go any moment right before the season ends,
Yeah,
and they're gonna ride my coattails into a Stanley Cup playoffs. That's unbearable.
and
But
not let
it
me interview for another job.
and I yeah, that's insane. The sheer fact that Vegas is saying, "No, you can't interview the guy that we fired."
Yes.
What do you like, what are you afraid of? Like, he knows our trade secrets. Like, I don't understand the process. It sounds incredibly vindictive to just
Yes.
not let a guy interview for a job. I'm unemployed. You fired me. Why
How is
can't
it legal? Yeah.
I don't well, but I guess because technically his contract doesn't end until the season ends or something like that.
No.
So, like, they can hold on to it until after the season. But again, that sounds vindictive as S. Like, why are you making him wait another month? Just let him do it now. Don't be a prick about it. But you know, we're seeing it in the MLB too. We got an MLB team that maybe the manager shift, the lead dog is really the emphasis point, the apex point of failure to success, because the Phillies were going on to the MLB. They've been on in fuego. You don't speak Spanish. That means on fire.
Oh,
But
thank
in
you so much.
fuego, since they let go of their guy, and Don Mattingly has taken the charge.
And you just couldn't say anything more than the nepotism, that his
Nepotism,
son is hiring his
reverse
father.
nepotism. That's right.
It turns out he was right. He just knew baseball, and it just so happened to be his dad.
Yeah, I mean, the guy's been around baseball his whole freaking life, so but he's an old guard, so I'm like, it's not like he's doing anything nuanced or he's doing something new. He's literally just saying, "All right, pitchers go
Yeah.
out and pitch, hitters go
Yep.
out and hit. Let's get this dub. 2 claps. That's it." But Philadelphia has broken the 500 threshold at 25-25. They're still 9 games behind Atlanta right now,
Yeah,
so
that's
that's not
crazy.
that's not
They went on a 15-4 run just to get to 500. That was
yeah,
awful.
yeah. Sheer fact that they do that, but 15-4, that's also nothing to scoff at.
No.
So to see if they actually continue this trajectory, but again, Atlanta would have to slow down for this to really become a competition. And lo and behold, man, your Mets still 21-27, man, still 6 games under 500.
Well, they're getting better. They're only 6 games under 500.
It's, this sounds like like an abusive relationship.
I
Again,
know.
you're just like, he's getting better. He's he's not beating me as much. He stopped
He didn't
using the he's using his bare hand instead of the switch now, so it's getting better.
It's not the face anymore, you know?
Yeah, it's all covered. He's only hitting me in areas where I can cover it up with a t-shirt.
No, if anything that we just talked about, firing Mendoza from the Mets is a must-do right now. I don't understand. You get anybody else in there, and you've got to have success, better than what you're having.
Well, and the sheer fact that they can see the change in their own division, right? They're okay. The Phillies fired their guy,
Yeah.
and they went on a 15-4 run. What's to say that maybe our team and our players in the dugout and in the locker room needs to see a cataclysmic shift, and that's what's gonna light the fire and then
Yeah.
get them going. I mean, I love my Nets. You know I love my Nets. But when the Mets have to split a series with the Nats right now, with what the Nats are right now, that's cause for concern. We were talking about your Mets and how your boy Mendoza needs to get let go.
ASAP, without a doubt. I mean, even the Braves, with firing Snitker and just hiring Walt Weiss, who was under Snitker, sometimes it's just a slight different voice is going to change everything.
Yeah, and at this point now, we've got a large enough sample size now where you have to ask yourself, as the Mets, like, what are we waiting for? We are dead last in our division with two teams that should very well be in the lottery for the number one pick in the draft in the Nationals and the
Yeah.
Marlins. And we're below both
Yep.
of them. We're below both of them.
And you also have the
We're
Phillies
11.
that are playing well now, so that's now one more team that's going to be tougher to catch. What are you waiting for?
Yeah. I'm still holding out hope that we had a little gentleman's bet about which manager was going to get fired first. San Francisco still doing craptacular. They lost 3 in a row. They're 10 games under 500. Their only saving grace is technically they're not last in that division. You know, Colorado's got them edged out by a game, but still, and I'm still holding out hope that Buster Posey's just losing his mind and he's like, it's time to go. We got to go. We got to make some change.
Those Giants, though, have got to be too good with their hitters. I don't get, like, Chapman, Adames, who is heating up, by the way. What a brilliant pickup by somebody.
Whatever.
And Devers, they got to pick it up at some point, right?
You'd think so, but we said the same thing about Kyle Raleigh, and what happened? IL. Right on the IL. So I don't know. I swear, when you're a prolific hitter and you're just struggling, that's just your default. It's like, let's just put him on the IL. Let him just reset, take a little break, get out of his head.
Tell everyone you think your oblique is hurt.
My oblique. Point at your oblique. No, it's somewhere in this general area. My oblique. But, but yeah, outside of golf, baseball's got to be the most mental game out there, right?
Hitting that baseball.
There's too much waiting. Hitting that baseball and just it's a chess match, right? With the pitcher and the batter, and you know, what pitch is he gonna throw? What am I predicting? What is he thinking? And sometimes you can overthink it. That's the only reason I didn't make the MLB. Like my cousin, you know,
saying what?
He was able
too smart, and
I'm too smart. I'm too cerebral for the MLB because I overthink it. And I'm like, he's thinking I'm going to hit a curve, and so he knows that I know that he knows that I know that I know that he knows that he's going to throw a curve. So he's going to throw a fastball.
He throws the curve,
and then I'm like, it was a curve. Talk myself out of it. So yeah, that's the only reason. But yeah, maybe that's what the Mets are doing. They're overthinking it. Just don't overthink it. Fire your manager, get a fresh start, get some new blood in there, energize that locker room, and try and get it back into. Because again, they spent so much. The Mets are the second or third highest payroll in all of baseball, and you're sitting in dead last. Sitting in dead last in your division. That is unacceptable. I know that Cohen's got more money than he knows what to do with, but at a certain point, he's a businessman to a certain extent, right? He has to understand, he's like, this is not what I paid for.
No.
Like, you have to understand the value of $1, and you're not getting the value for your dollar, or hundreds of millions of dollars. I'm not getting my value.
No,
here.
And the worst part is the best player on their team, the only guy that has kind of led the charge for them, is that rookie, Carson Benj. He's now hitting like leadoff for them. he's like helping to turn their season around, and it's a rookie with all these guys making like literally probably 200 times more than he is.
Well, and then they just called up another rookie who, I mean, it's a very small sample size, but he's brought some energy to that
Oh,
team.
Ewing?
AJ
Yeah.
Ewing. Yeah. Yeah. His first game in, he like stole 2 bases. He's getting on base. He's just, energized. And hey, don't sleep on Soto. He hit a
He
dinger today.
did.
So Juan Soto still doing his thing. And Bo Bichette hit a home run too. So you were hating on Bo. He's got a little
Little
pop.
pop.
But Lindor's still on the IL. And I mean, I don't know what they were doing with some of their other pickups for the league. They let the polar bear walk,
Yeah.
Alonso. They let him walk. They have not been able to replicate his effort that he's been able to do. And I mean, him and Soto, that was a great 1-2 tandem
Yeah.
because they'd walk Soto to get Alonso, and then they had to pitch to Alonso, and he just got meatballs thrown down the plate for him. So now he's suffering in Baltimore, and the Mets are suffering without him in the Mets. It's just like, it's one of the pay the guy. Not only was he your stalwart when you guys were successful, but he's better and you're better with him on your team.
Agreed. You know who the biggest, though, con artist on the whole New York Mets, though, is? And I don't even know if it's him or it's just someone thinking that he's really good. How is Mark Vientos still on that team? He is,
That's Will
I
Billy's
know,
boy. Will Billy
I
loves
don't
him
know
some Vientos.
why. He's awful. He had like one good season. He's like what was it, Chris Davis on the Orioles, that hit the 50 home runs and then
Yeah.
couldn't hit more than like
Strikeout City.
yes. Like
Yeah.
Vientos is just he is just wasting away in like batting like 5th or 6th probably still. They won't quit him.
Hey, I'll give you 3 guesses because I got it up right
Okay.
now. Where was Mark Vientos born? You don't even have to.
Lakeland, Florida.
Just wrong.
Puerto Rico.
Hey, that'd be great.
Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico? No.
Amsterdam.
Ooh, your last guess was probably the closest. He was born in his birthplace is Norwalk, Connecticut.
Oh.
Mark Vientos from Norwalk, Connecticut.
Yeah, that doesn't scream Major League Baseball player to me.
But yeah, their big hits, the Mets, what they did. I mean, Bo was their big hit, but then they brought in Jorge Polanco. I mean, the guy's like
I know.
50. He's on the IL right now. Did you really think this guy was gonna offer the same run support that Alonso gave you? Absolutely not. And then Vientos, he's proved for 3 or 4 years that he's just not the guy. He's just Dominic Smith, the guy that they
Oh,
had
that's right.
2 years or 3 years ago, where they were like super high on him, and they're like, finally, like, let's just cut ties with this guy. It's just not working. So yeah, I mean, the Mets are just a dumpster fire right now, which is funny to see. It's always entertaining. And I think they're the team that you get to watch when you go out for your fellows annual getaway, right? You get to go see the Mets.
We booked one game Friday night already.
Ooh.
And hopefully we'll kind of see. We'll play it by ear. I think we're going to do the fantasy football draft on Saturday. So I don't
Very
know
nice.
if we'll make a game on Saturday or not. So we're going to play that by ear.
Oh, too much stuff going on. Yeah, absolutely.
We'll just be so dug into the draft. Live podding on the draft.
Live. Oh yeah, who's the new Bigo? Is it gonna be DW? Is that the plan?
Absolutely. Maybe we'll have maybe it'll be like in like KFC, when they did the commercial for the Colonel.
Little doppelganger. There's two
everyone will
Bigos.
just come in. So first it'll be like Dwight, and then it'll be Will Billy, and we'll just kind of.
I'm not even gonna be on the show. It's just gonna be all my doppelgangers. Love it.
Still trying to work out how that goes. We'll talk off pod of how maybe we want to handle that.
That's fine. We'll figure it out.
We got
find
time.
a way to make
we
it
got
work.
time.
Yeah. But I mean, like, anything else from the MLB world that you I mean, like, we can go to the AL. A lot of the stuff hasn't really changed. We're still seeing this. We're waiting for the shoe to drop with the Mariners. Are they finally going to turn it on and actually show that they actually want to win that division? I guess the biggest story, if you want to make that argument, is just again a team that's been wallowing in the cellar that's starting to kind of inch back up. You got the
Yeah,
White Sox.
man.
I mean, they're 2.5 games out of the lead in the Central. They've just broken above 500. They're 25-24 right now. And the White Sox, look at them coming back from the cellar. Was it not 2 years ago when they set the record for the most
Yes,
losses in the
it
season?
was. And they even got rid of like Garrett Crochet after that. You just assumed they'd be even
Yeah, their
worse.
ace,
Yeah,
right?
they got rid of I mean, even though he's on the IL for the Mets, I can't believe they got Luis Robert. Like Polanco, Robert, Vientos. You know what? I don't know why I picked them to do so well. Seriously. But no, I mean, the White Sox, I looked at it though, because I was like, hey, are these guys just kind of doing what the Houston Astros and the Baltimore Orioles tried to do and just got a bunch of first round picks? And honestly, not as many as you would think. I don't know where this is really coming from. I don't know if it's the manager. I don't know if these guys enjoy playing together, but I don't. I am, they do have a lot of like not first overall picks, but like good first rounders. But I mean, could we be seeing the beginning of like a Houston Astros like ascension? Or is this like a
No,
Baltimore
absolutely
Orioles? They'll
not.
be okay.
This is
Yeah.
their like wow. I feel like it's a combination of. I mean, let's be honest, and you know this better than most, is that they had one really good pickup who's been blowing the doors off,
Yes.
and he's from across the water, and your boy Murakami. He's
Yes.
just been crushing the ball, absolutely crushing the ball, and that kind of energy. And when you got a guy that could track to hit 50 dingers,
Yeah.
you're automatically going to be like in contention at some point. I don't know if there's ever been a team that had a 50 home run player on their team that hasn't finished above 500. This is a random stat. So where's our fat guy? We got people of DW wants to be our fat guy. Jimmo wants to be our fat guy, or at least they want to complain about us getting our facts
Yeah, I know.
wrong.
Yeah.
So if you guys think we get it wrong so often, then just you can go pro bono and you can be our fat guys moving forward. But yeah, having a guy like that on the team, it's a rising tide lifts all ships, and he's really kind of accentuated that lineup. But again, there's a lot of young talent on that team.
There
You
is.
could argue you got Colson Montgomery, Chase Meredith. People were pretty high on him as
Yeah.
well when he was coming out. And then you sprinkle in a few vets on that team. Like it's weird to say, but Randall Grichuk, he had I feel like a week where every other time I was looking at the box where he was hitting a home run
I know.
for that team. So
Don't
and
count
then
out
and you got
Vargas.
Benintendi, who's Vargas, yeah, absolutely. Hey, do you know who else they have? A post hype sleeper maybe, who probably hasn't seen like the field once. Jared Kalenic is on the White
Oh
Sox.
my
Jared Kalenic, your boy.
gosh. That guy, I would pick him up every draft at the
Every
end.
t-
God.
every year, you're like, this will be the year. This will be the year that he figures it out.
It just and finally I've been burned way too many times. But yeah, he's got all the tools. I don't know. He is to me though, he's honestly like God, who's Sarah playing in tall? On the
Sarah playing ball.
Padres. The guy that everyone thinks is really good.
Yeah. Jackson
Jackson
Merrill,
Merrill. I mean,
DW's guy.
they thought was going to be the game changer for him in the 6th round. I don't know if you follow our other friends' teams. I know you have kids, so you don't have as much free time as like I do.
I don't have not as much bandwidth. I don't.
But
No.
I definitely do on a daily basis like to check DW's starting lineups, and more often than not,
I like to peek at his lineups.
Jackson Merrill, even fully healthy, 6th round pick, is not starting.
It's right in the pine.
He's riding the pine. So I don't know. I think if we could go back, maybe we would want to ask if he has any regrets about making that selection.
No regrets. No regrets. But yeah, the White Sox are a fun story, but it definitely feels like a flash in the pan. Like, you look at their pitching, like who's their best pitching? Sean Burke, Eric Fetty, is Fetty their ace on that staff?
No.
Really? I know and who's in their bullpen? You got Sir Anthony Dominguez, who 50-50,
I
he
know.
gives up four runs every inning. And then you look at their batting stats and say, yeah, you got Murakami. He's one of the leaders, if not the leader right now, with 17 home runs as of May 20. He has 17 home runs. Right now. He's got 32 RBIs. He's and he's surprisingly keeping that average fairly well up, but still, and I say that respectively because we talked about him hitting home runs, walks, and strikeouts, and that's all he does. Like the leader in the leader in that lineup in batting average is Chase Meredith with a 262. The next guy is Murakami with a 240 ERA or average. You can't tell me that these guys are built to last. Like it's gonna fall apart. It's cool to see him kind of just making strides, but let's call it what it is. They're making strides. They're not I wouldn't even say they're a playoff team right now. They're showing that, hey, we're showing movement, and maybe we make ourselves more interesting to maybe middle of the road free agent pitchers next year.
I think they're on
Like
the
they're
up
not
and
going to get
coming.
an ace.
Probably not.
They're not going to get an ace.
No.
They don't have the salary. They're not going to pay for a big arm like the Dodgers or the Mets or the Yankees are. But they could get an innings eater. They could get a Sonny Gray type. Your boy
Framber
Sonny Gray.
Valdez type.
Framber Valdez. Yeah, they could get one of those. So, yeah, I mean, this could be a building block for them. So good on the White Sox for getting over 500.
I'm happy for them. I mean, there's only a few teams over 500 in that AL right now.
Jesus, it's just incredible. Hey, the Rays are still leading the East there, man. We talked about it last week. They're still holding on. But you know what the White Sox need is they need a good closer on the cheap, and they might get one because Edwin Diaz might be just dropped like a hot potato, bringing the hot potato back for you, by the Dodgers because of this new little break. It's not the loose bodies that he keeps smashing. He's smashing those loose bodies and getting them stuck in his elbow. But apparently he can't get enough of some cocks too. So he's got loose bodies in his elbows. He can't stop betting on cocks. So yes, he's been embroiled in a illegal fighting cock ring with a couple other major league ball players, Edwin Diaz. Like you can take the cockfighter out of I don't even know where my analogy is going
out
here
of the
right now.
Cock, maybe.
Wow, no,
No?
okay, you went straight for the gusto there. No, you could take the cockfighting out of the Dominican Republic, but you can't take the Dominican Republican out of cockfighting. Is Edwin Diaz
He's Puerto Rican.
DR? I'm probably just. Damn it!
But
I was 50-50 shot.
But yeah, I know, because the DR is also huge into the cockfighting as well, as Pedro Martinez found out.
Yes. Yeah. Very true. And I mean, like, our fantasy team name is the Fighting Cock League. So if there's anyone that has an appreciation for this sport, it's us. Or the drinking, it's us. But you got to know your place. Do you put betting on or getting embroiled in a an illegal fighting cock ring worse or better than getting caught betting on sports or betting on baseball when you're in baseball?
So like this, I've been like stuck on thinking this, right? Because all we heard, all these guys say is like, it's a part of their culture. Like, and the lawmakers in Puerto Rico have tried to not make it illegal as the U.S. has wanted to. It's in their culture. I'm sorry. The biggest sporting event in this country, almost in the world, had a halftime show that apparently, because I didn't watch it, apparently was nothing but showing the Puerto Rican heritage. I'm guessing cockfighting wasn't part of that halftime show with Bad Bunny, but I don't know.
It wasn't referenced, I don't believe, no.
Okay. Well, either way, though, the importance of your cultural heritage out there seemed to be what everyone was gaga gooing over, like, oh, this is so great. We're seeing all this heritage. So I sat there and I said, okay, that I don't care. I don't care that you're cockfighting then. If that's part of your heritage and we're supposed to sit here in 2026 and embrace everybody's heritage, then you know what? I don't find you at all. You know what? Good on you for keeping up with your heritage, for not just living in the present of, appropriating someone else's culture. So, Edwin Diaz, you are a hero to Puerto Ricans. Good for you. I'm happy for you, man. You and the jockeys that finished first and second in the Kentucky Derby, good for staying
That's
strong.
right. They got caught in that same fighting cock ring.
Banding
That's right.
together. You know what? 2026, I love it. I think it's great. Disagree?
Yeah, I disagree. Yeah, absolutely. Your heritage cannot be, I'm sorry, it cannot be a sport to the death. Cockfighting is to the
Not
death.
all the time.
All the time.
I read a couple.
Have you been to a cockfighting?
Have
been
you?
to a
Have
cockfighting,
you?
events?
Have you?
Mm.
I mean, other than the Bella's annual
I did
getaway.
See DW,
Yeah.
I did see Seabear and DW sword fighting a little bit. Does that count?
All right, yeah. You have been to a fight? Yep. All right.
I've seen it. No. And I felt as dirty as I would going to one of those cockfighting. I was like, I can't believe I'm watching this right now. No. But yes, cockfighting is absolutely the death. It's the same thing as dogfighting, right? We are so offended by the idea of people pitting these animals against each other to the death. To the death. These things are dying in front of you. This is not ancient Rome. We do not have gladiator pits anymore. Okay, let's try and be civilized human beings. And I understand chickens, as far like, yes, we eat them. Yes, like, their brains are the size of, I don't know, walnuts, maybe,
if that.
Probably less.
Macadamia.
Yeah,
maybe.
I love me a good macadamia nut. I did live in Hawaii for about 8 years. You can't be prideful of this sport. I understand, but be prideful of the sport you freaking play. You play baseball. That's your sport. Don't hang your hat on, well, Puerto Rico is known for cockfighting.
It is.
That's not something to kind of hang.
But that's the thing. Okay, so you mentioned the
dog.
dogfighting. Let's differentiate. There's never been in like the government trying to pass laws to legalize or continue. So dogfighting was never legalized. Cockfighting in Puerto Rico had been legal for hundreds of years, and then it wasn't until recently the U.S. wanted to intervene. But you don't have federal lawmakers trying to make dogfighting real. Like, this is just something that, to the sense you're kind of right, but I don't know. I think it's kind of wacky and crazy too, but it's also, but that's their cultural heritage, right? I mean, what are we supposed to do? Like, so you're supposed to like negate all these people that have grown up for generations. This is part of what they do. And just because we don't do it. What if people think that NFL football, it's so barbaric, guys are breaking arms, getting concussions, and they're sitting there like judging us, and we're like, it's just part of our heritage that we just love this bloodbath. That's basically as close to ancient Rome as you're getting over there.
No, we got the run league.
That's
so
true.
You see people without pads just smashing their heads into each other. No, I get your argument, but you can't hang your hat on everything of cultural reference or it's our cultural history. Like, that's not, you do not want to go down that road, because every culture or every country has a cultural history that they want to freaking forget. They're like, we don't want to be associated with this. You want to ask Germany about their cultural heritage? Do you want to talk to them about their cultural heritage? Like, U.S. also not a great cultural heritage. Stole land.
Really?
Enslaved people. All that stuff. Dude, it's like, that's our cultural heritage. Don't get mad at us. That's just what we were doing hundreds of years ago. Don't worry about it. It's called evolution. So it's learning from your previous mistakes. And like, I'm not trying to poo-poo. If you like watching two chickens like fight to the death, congratulations. But if the greater mass of people have decided that this is a bad ilk, And I'm not saying that, the masses are always right.
Yeah.
Believe me, I'm not a sheep. I'm not a sheep where I'm just like going along with what everybody else says. But again, I'm kind of stuck on this thing. It's like your sport is watching an animal die. That's your sport. You're like, something's like I understand bloodlust. Believe me. Like you said,
Yeah.
NFL, MMA, thumbs
Yeah.
up. Great. These people are still walking away. They don't die until 20 years later when their brain goes to mush. So that's just it's a
Oh,
delayed
so that makes it
death by
okay.
combat.
Yeah.
Yes, it's everything like time time heals all wounds
Okay.
except for
Yeah.
CTE. Except for CTE. Time does not heal that wound. It makes it worse.
Yep. So in a way, isn't the cockfighting? It's just over quicker.
It's more humane. It's more humane. You're
Yeah.
like, oh, just get it out
Yeah.
of the way. You don't have to go through those 30 years of depression and suicidal thoughts. Yeah, I mean, you're making a good
I
point
think I
here.
am
All right.
actually. I didn't think I would, but I think I'm turning you.
No, you're turning me in a different. I was like, maybe we should outlaw NFL, the CTAs. This is a horrible life these people are living. Yeah, but the cocks aren't getting $1 million and living in mansions after they win. They're getting back in their
They
cage.
are, yeah.
And they're probably getting poked with a stick to get them more agitated. Like, yeah, you like that? Do it again.
How many times in this little segment have you just pictured little Jerry Seinfeld pecking at the mitt?
I knew you were going to do a Seinfeld reference.
And Kramer wants to
And they
give
put,
him a
like-
bath in the boiling water. Jerry's like, be careful.
It's good stuff. I love that we got a Seinfeld reference in there for you.
That and European soccer. Bam.
Yeah. Hey, we haven't. You want to do a quick? No, I still got some more baseball talk because we got to move into fantasy baseball really quickly
Yeah.
because I keep climbing the stats. I mean, I love that we have a recorded
We do.
history of my trajectory. Last place, 9th place, 6th place, 4th place. Where am I at right now?
Tied for second.
Second
Yep.
place. No, I'm in second place. Don't give me that tied stuff. I'm in second place, right behind your ass.
8.5 games behind my ass, but you're
Doesn't
there.
matter. Second place gets a bye week, my friend.
That's true.
Coming from the bottom, now we here. All right, do a little Drake drop right there for you. You're welcome. But are you a little scared? I'm nipping at your heels, my friend. Are you getting a little shaky in them boots?
I'm always scared when I'm in first place because the shoe is going to start dropping, and it's starting this week with Wednesday at almost 11 p.m., and I still have 0 home runs hit for the week.
Oh, my God. Jesus.
But now my bench has, I think, 5 home runs hit this week, but none of them in my
Dude.
starting lineup.
I had 6 bench dingers last week, and it's the worst feeling in the world. And this is why I hate having more than 2, maybe even more than 1 bench bat positions in fantasy because I start overthinking it and I'm putting the wrong people in and I'm just watching all of these stats just sit in my bench, not getting accredited. So for those of you that are not fantasy savants like Semco and myself, in fantasy baseball, you have to fill the positions, but you like to have some people in reserve in case there's a bye week, maybe not bye week, a day off, or maybe somebody's hurt. So you like to have reserve bats on your bench to plug in. But if they're all playing, you can't play everybody. You got to put somebody on the bench. And what's I found last week, and you're figuring out right now, is that it's the paralysis of choice, and you're like, I'm putting the wrong person in, and sure enough, I did. Except for today, Soto hit 2 dingers today. Come on, Soto,
Man.
give me some of that.
Salvador Perez
But I'm
went
still-
yard
I'm-
for you.
Salvi went yard. Austin Riley went yard from you today.
Good thing I'm not playing you this week.
3-run dinger. Well, I'm still losing 2-8 to Nate Dogg. We love Nate Dogg's team. We talked about this before the draft. We love Nate Dogg's team, and it's coming to fruition. He's kind of doing his thing. He's at 7th, but I mean, I know you're in first. We got it's a close race from 2 all the way down to 9.
Yeah, and look, hey,
I'm 2-9. There's a what is it? 7 game difference, or 7 point difference right there. It's a
It
close
is.
race.
I love it.
It is a super close race right now.
I love it. And
But I mean, somebody's 20.5 games behind. Who's this guy?
what's
Who's
the
this
team
guy
name?
in last place? I love
I
this
love
team.
this team.
Is that sarcasm? I love
think
this team.
so.
Your team is.
I
I hate
know.
this team.
It's a nice
This is
bookend for
convenience.
the rest of the league.
Yeah, I hate this team at first. I love this team in last. What is
The
going
next
on with
question
you in
I
this team?
have to ask is, when does Luke Keyshaw get dropped? Because he's
Dude,
dropped one of
I-
the two guys I called out already.
I think he's close. I think he's very close to dropping your boy Keyshaw. Are you going to pick him up too? Did you pick
I
up Soderstrom?
tried. Will Billy beat me to him.
Wow, Will Billy wants the Soderstrom.
He had the
train,
higher
huh?
waiver.
He wants that soda stream.
I would too. He's a second half performer. You should have just held on to him, Jimmy. I was so hoping I'd pick him up and he would just go off.
Dude,
oh my gosh.
When you're in last at this point, you have to make drastic decisions. Okay, you have to make a decision of
No.
how am I going to right this ship.
What you need to do, you need to draft better and not follow fantasypros.com and just take every one of their sleepers and draft them in the round that it says they're supposed to go in. That's what you're supposed to do.
We took a week off of Jimbo hate on his fantasy team, and you ramped it up to 11 this week, so I appreciate you for that. Yeah, I'll give one more shout out to Jimbo because I mean Heartbreak City, the guy was beating DW last week 10-2.
I know.
Going into like Saturday or Sunday. How did he end up tying 5-5? What happened?
Dude, Dwight, I think, had some crazy good pitching. Yeah, it just might not be your year. This might be like when Chris Hunter, I'm sorry, Seabear. God, don't use my real name.
The thing's broken. Don't use my real name.
I think he finished second or third to last in fantasy football, but had like the most points all season, or second most points, either way.
No, that was Grizz.
Oh, you're right, most points.
And still didn't make the playoffs.
So yeah, Seabear had the second most points and didn't make the playoffs.
Yes.
But Jimbo, this just might not be your year. I will say, I will always bow to you. You had the greatest hitting team of all time in our group. I will never forget it, where you had Aaron Judge, Juan Soto, you had Gunnar Henderson. I think you had Christian Walker when he went off. You had like one other guy too. I can't quite remember. It's been a few years. But yeah, so this just might not be your year. You are usually really good, which is why I kind of want to pile on, because it doesn't happen often in fantasy baseball. So I'm going to ride this as long as I can.
He likes to pile. He likes to to jump on top there, right there. But yeah, we were right on the prediction of Love and Nate's team. I know that he's seventh, but I'm getting my butt kicked by him right now. We were right on not loving DW's team, and sure enough, he's sitting outside of the playoffs. And yeah, I'm just excited to see. It might not happen this week. But I'm coming for you, big guy, and I'm gonna chip away at that.
I think you are.
That lead you got there.
I think you are. I think other people might start chipping away at me. My team is not good enough to be 8.5 up on you all. Like, it's good. I've somehow managed to make it like good, but we're not that good.
I love that you're very just, cautiously just, this is where I am and this is what I am. You're doing the old Popeye thing. I am what I am.
I'm going to get you. I'm going to get some good pitching categories most of the week and pray that my hitters do something decent.
I feel like that's how the Steelers are right now. You're like, this is what I am. I am what I am, and this is what I am. And congratulations, you finally got a dance for prom. Rogers finally showed up. And I'm shocked. He's coming to OTAs. He committed to going to OTAs. I saw him at OTAs. I did not. I mean, I've been talking this whole time about he's going to just string this along, and so he doesn't have to go to these things. He actually showed up.
I couldn't believe it. Thank God this will be the last OTA he ever shows up for, or last season he ever shows up for. Which
Rogers has officially said, this is it. This is my last year.
I'm really not going to watch any type of pregame, postgame, because it's all going to be This is Aaron Rodgers'
His
last game in this stadium. This is his last time playing this guy. What's his best memory against this team? Oh my God, the egomania. Of course, he would announce before the season it's going to be his last season. I mean, that was a lock that he would do something like that.
it just screams just diva, just melodramatic, like, look at me and let's make it about me. And of course, he found a way. I mean, it's a very, very uncomfortable tightrope that he just pulled of somehow miraculously having the attention on him before the season starts about, is he going to retire? Is he not going to retire? Is he going to sign? And then now getting to cascade that to, I mean, they're going to talk about me
Mhm.
every week because this is my last season and I've made it official and I get to have kind of my encore or my closing tour around the nation, and it's just vomit
Yes.
inducing.
Episode from hell, freaking putting up with Aaron Rodgers for one more year of hell,
Yeah,
of
one
mediocrity
more
with
year.
Mike McCarthy.
And allowing him to just have his cake and eat it too, and just allow him to kind of go out and just everybody fawn all over him. And yeah, if I see more than 3 of those stupid freaking jersey swaps at the end of the game, somebody coming up to Rogers like, "Hey, can I have your jersey and I'll give
Yep.
you my jersey," and that crap. And he's gonna just revel
Of
in it.
course he is. He's
Absolutely
gonna have that
revel in it.
Cheshire grin smile that he always has afterwards of like, oh, how many people are gonna come up and talk to me today? Oh, look at the line. Oh my gosh, I really am a football god. Look at me. God. Just one more year though. I guess that's the only thing I can take away from it is it's just one more year.
Just one more year, and then it's Drew
I know.
Aller shows. It's his show. Drew Aller, the time of Drew.
Go Seahawks. No, go
Wow,
Panthers.
we're
Go
there.
Panthers.
Well, and like it became second to the Aaron Rodgers news, but the other thing that happened in the last week and a half is that we did get the
Yeah, we
schedule
did.
release, and we got to see a lot of really, really great stuff, exciting matchups. Um, DW has already pinged me about, hey, coming down to Jacksonville for New Year's to see the Commanders in Duval. And Duval, yeah, go see the Jags and Commanders
That'd be
game.
fun.
Any of those games that kind of jump out for you from Pittsburgh, or just in generalities of games that you're looking forward to seeing?
I actually didn't look but so much at the schedule for like the teams. I just saw all the overseas international games that are being
Yeah,
played.
they're really ramping those up. My
I just
goodness.
don't understand how you can have, I think it's the Rams and the Niners. It's definitely the Niners. They got to play in Melbourne, Australia. What a disadvantage. I hope.
That's a trek.
Yes.
That is a
That's
trek.
like a preseason game where you then don't have to play for like a week and a half to handle all of that. But I don't know. I'm guessing that the NFL is somewhat successful overseas because these games just keep getting better. But now we're going to Paris. It's Germany again. It's back to Brazil. I just, I sit here and I'm just like, I can't understand it. I don't like it. This is our domestic league. Why are you not playing there? You know, Barcelona for soccer in La Liga wanted to play a random game against some team in La Liga in Miami. And fans went outrageous about it and they canceled it. But it was like, yes, like it is the Spanish domestic league. Why are you taking it out of that country and playing it at what, like a different time zone? I mean, I mean, it's cool sometimes waking up and it's like 9:30 and they're playing in London, but I don't know, man. It's just kind of, I thought this was kind of our game. Why are we just trying to kind of play everywhere else? I don't know. I don't like it.
You're not a fan. You're not a fan of globalizing the
I
NFL.
just don't know if it can be globalized.
Until you actually, yeah, this, I think that this is as far as it can genuinely go. I know that there were whispers and then some talks about, hey, actually planting a team like in England, like in
Oof.
a National Football League team in England. That seems just completely infeasible.
Yeah.
I mean, it's half of those games you got to charter a flight for a visiting team across. talk about home field advantage.
Yes.
They're used to the time zone. They're used to the everything that goes along there. They're used to even the
Yep.
food, the freaking English breakfast, the nightmare English breakfast that is the English breakfast. Have you had an English breakfast?
No, I
before?
haven't.
Nightmare. Baked beans? Who has baked beans for breakfast?
Ew.
That's disgusting. Yeah. Blood sausage. Blood sausage.
No, thank you.
But yeah, so I don't think so. I think with them, I don't know if they're like trying to test the waters. Like, hey, I remember even the Jaguars were being
Yes.
discussed about being the international team. Like they go right, and they're the only team on this season that has back to backs in England. They have two games
I
back to
saw
back
that.
in
Yeah.
England. The Jaguars do, so they're pretty much the de facto European team.
I did do some
So-
reading that, you know, there are some like decent leagues, and there's quite a bit of people that want to get involved in playing football, but it's honestly, it's kind of like the MLS being in the US. Like there's so many other sports that are so much more popular that I just don't think the NFL, unless they literally created like an NFL, like put the NFL in Europe with the best teams, I don't think you're going to see them catch on to it.
Yeah. I don't know. If they want to make it go global, they should just pull a baseball and just have like a World Football Classic. Like instead, like take a week out of the preseason and just
Yeah.
have people that are from the. But the problem is that almost everybody in the NFL is from the USA, so you can't really field teams from other countries and have it be competitively equal.
Well, I think we did kind of touch on that where, you know, Kyler Murray's Korean. You know, I'm sure you could find someone's parents.
Okay, is he the whole Korean team? Who else is going to be on that Korean team? You got anybody else? Kyler Murray, and then a bunch of
Does Dat Win still play in the NFL?
Dat Win. The linebacker for the Cowboys, that's quite a reach. Not even sure if he's Korean or not.
Well, I mean, maybe it's a whole like Asian Pacific
Continent. Continent versus continent. You're in that
Would
continent that counts.
Samoa be considered like Asian island Pacific? Because if so, they might field a decent
Polynesian. Polynesian, yeah. Or Pacific Islander, if you want to put it that way. Yes. Well, the other thing that we saw with the schedule is that the opening game is on a Wednesday.
Yes.
How do you feel about that? A Wednesday opening night game?
Oversaturation, man. I mean, they've already tried to take over Thursdays. You had Sundays, Mondays. Now they're going to throw in Wednesday before Thanksgiving, Wednesday to start the season. Eventually, do we just get to like a game a day?
Game a day. It's because they can get away with it because people are going to watch it. It's football on a day where there's usually no football. They're going to watch.
You're probably.
They know that they have the eyeballs. They know that they have the ads, and they're just going to continue to do it until somebody finally says stop. Just stop it.
Like their rise to how much power they have, it has to end at some point, right? Like they just can't keep. We've got to start getting tired. We can't watch football 7 days a week. You can't watch football 7 days a week, can you?
I don't know. I might.
Okay.
I love me some football.
Okay.
Yeah, I could probably watch it, but again, just from the logistics standpoint, it's just not feasible. You can't have somebody play a Tuesday night game after a Sunday night game.
Why not, man?
Or a
like,
Sunday
why not?
day game.
Just drug them up with a bunch of stuff and throw them out there.
Yeah.
Because that seems to be what the NFL front office would rather do anyways.
Yeah. These players are dispensable. Yeah. They're absolutely dispensable. Yeah, of course. Why not? Man, but, we go for, it's like up is down. Like, NFL's just doing crazy stuff. We got Wednesday opening night game, first game of the season on a Wednesday night. And we got, in 4 years' times, man, we might have ourselves a cold weather Super Bowl. It's been announced that Nashville is going to be the host city for a Super Bowl in 2030, man.
I tell you, that NFL draft and that one drone shot that went through the city the NFL is gaga over Nashville.
They're just foaming
At the mouth. Like, put the NFL second headquarters in Nashville already and, like, get over it. They can't get themselves enough Nashville. But I don't know. The game wasn't very good. You know, it was the Seahawks Broncos. That was one of the worst Super Bowls probably of our generation. We've been so fortunate with so many epic classic Super Bowls. That is one of the very few duds that's in there. But
that was brutal.
Yeah.
And it did not go the way anybody thought. Like, Peyton Manning had a pick six, but Bobby Wagner caught that pick six, ran it all the way back. I got a weird story about this Super Bowl. Can I go on a little tangent?
I love your tangents.
I was in Hawaii for this Super Bowl. This Super Bowl will be etched into my memory for the rest of my life. And Jimbo knows why. And he's probably screaming at the podcast, listening to it right now, saying, "Don't tell this story. Don't tell this story." So we were at a friend's house watching this Super Bowl, and it's a Super Bowl party. We're at this guy's house, and there's a bunch of people over, and there's a couple that came over with a little Shih Tzu dog, and there was grilling, there was cooking, and it was just a fun atmosphere. And this Shih Tzu was very, very, it's friendly. Came out, was petting and whatnot, and we were in the middle of watching the game, and the dog was just roaming around the carpet, and the guy that was hosting had kids, so he had his kids stuff out. And the dog came up to me, and I just started laying next to him and started petting it. And I remember saying, "Can I feed it something?" And they're like, "No, we probably don't want to give it people food." I was like, "Okay, fine." So I didn't feed it anything, but I did also see out of the corner of my eye, this dog was like, this is a party, and people are dropping stuff on the ground. I see this dog just floating around, just eating stuff off the ground and stuff like that. And I feel like it was right around halftime, and we were just watching the game. We were just mingling, we were just talking, and I was just looking at that dog. I was like, that dog has been asleep for a very long time. And me and Jimbo were just sitting there, just watching, and I forget, I think they called it Kona, Kona, and it wasn't responding. They literally picked this dog up and try and stand it up, and it just goes. And they're like, "Oh my God, oh my God." And they rush it to the veteran. And so the party comes to a screeching halt, and they leave to go to take it to an emergency vet ER. Everybody leaves except for me and Jimbo. We're like, well, the Super Bowl's still on, so we're going to just hang out with the guy that lives there. And the guy that we're watching the game, and it's getting blown out. Absolutely, just a bloodbath. And the guy comes in, and he tells us, he's like, "Yeah, I just got a call from the owners, and the Kona's dead."
What?
The dog died. And I'm like, "Oh my God, what happened?" And he's like, "They said it's fucking." Sorry for my French. The heart just exploded or something like that. It had a heart attack and it just died. And I immediately was like, I didn't feed it anything. I specifically remember not feeding it. And then it's been a running thing with me and Jimbo. It's like, "You killed that dog." I was like, "I didn't kill that dog. You killed that dog." So I'll never forget that Super Bowl for any reason. Brett, if you listen, man, he was the owner of the house when this happened. It has traumatized me for life. I will never feed a dog table scraps for the rest of my life.
Oh my God.
But yeah, the thing just I guess he was so disappointed with a terrible Super Bowl that he just decided this is how it's gonna end.
Man, he was a big Broncos fan, I guess.
Yeah. They broke his heart, quite literally.
Poor little guy.
But there's there's my little segue. Yeah, we've had some pretty good Super Bowls, except for that one. But I'm personally a fan of the elements getting involved in big games. I like cold weather playoff games. I love them.
It's definitely going to have an effect on who you choose to win the Super Bowl.
It's not in a dome. It's not in a dome. Yeah, absolutely. No, but I love it when elements have a case. You got to be able to play through the elements. And so an outdoor game in February in what could be a cold atmosphere, I'm all about. How about you? You excited about it? You like to have it like the elements not have an effect on the game?
It's crazy, right? Because you go through like a whole regular season and it's like perfect weather, and then you get to the playoffs and it's cold, snowy, like even rainy, and then you go get through that gauntlet and then you go to the Super Bowl where it's always perfect weather. It's always been kind of weird a little bit.
Yeah.
So in a way, it just kind of encapsulates what like the playoffs is generally kind of about. So
Yeah.
I am actually kind of down for it. It would just kind of stink that I don't
If it's a dead
kind
game, like
of
if it's like a complete snowstorm and
yes.
nobody can complete a pass,
Yeah,
and you're like, okay, great, another 3 and out. This is what I tuned in for.
kind of. I mean, it'd be a good
Yeah.
finish to the game, but
Yeah.
yeah, it'd be
I mean, we had that not too long. I mean, like this last playoffs, we had that playoff game where it was the Texans in New England, and that was a dead game. That
yeah,
Denver game was brutal to watch. Not only because Denver had their backup quarterback in,
yeah.
but it was just brutal to watch because all that snow.
Y-
But I'm not opposed to it.
Every so often, I think it won't be, but so bad. But I don't know. It's almost kind of like you go play like all this like college basketball tournaments in a big stadium, and then at the end you go out and like play at like Rucker Park with double rims for like the championship or something, and you're like, well, wait, this isn't right. Like, I don't know.
I thought you guys were good. What the heck?
Can't handle these double rims. You got to switch these things. Oh, those double rims.
This is double rims, man. Well, yeah. So we got the schedule out. You know, you and I were always going to be pining for more football, just because it's our number one sport. But you do have another number one sport. It's my bottom feeder, but we are going to give you. I'm
Oh my
giving you a little bit.
gosh.
I'm giving you European soccer because even I am familiar
Okay.
with the name of Man City, and the name of uh Pep Guardiola. I'm probably going to butcher that name, but I'm
Not
familiar
bad.
with it. And officially, he's hanging up
Yeah.
the spikes, man. He's officially announced that he's no longer going to be the lead man over at Man City. How are you feeling
Man,
about
look,
this?
10-year run at a club like that where managers only last maybe 2 years at a big club. He's he's probably the greatest coach of all time.
I mean, he's got to be up
He
there.
for English Premier League, but just in general. I mean, he did a four-peat in the English Premier League. You can say what you want about the EPL. It's the best teams maybe aren't always there, but it is such a physically demanding league, and all the other cups you have to play to get through that and win 4 in a row. I think he won like 6 total in his 10 years. He set a bar that you had to almost be perfect to win that Premier League. I mean, I think Liverpool and Manchester City one season both had over 100 points. Arsenal didn't have 100 points this year. Liverpool would have won almost every other year in the Premier League except for that year because Man City just would not lose a game. But he's the one that turned Messi into Messi. I looked at something because I was like, what were the exact years of his dominance with Barcelona? Because his time at Barcelona is considered like the greatest team of all time. In the last 25 years, he's probably got 10 teams in that top 25 from Barcelona, Bayern Munich, and Manchester City. That's one manager with 3 different clubs. That's crazy good to do that. Yeah, I mean, I know Mr. French does not like the tiki-taka style that he kind of created, but with those guys that he had on that Barcelona team, Xavi, Busquets, Iniesta, Messi, those 4 could not be stopped in that style and made it fun to watch. But he's relentless. I mean, he did not pull any punches. If you weren't good enough, he would tell you, and he would simply say, I mean, he came to Manchester City. They had won a Premier League. He came to Manchester City. England's number 1 goalkeeper, a top 10 club in the world, is their goalie. And he basically said, I need my goalies to be able to handle the ball with their feet. You're not good enough. I don't have time to train you. So either you go learn how to do it or go find a new team. And he left and found a new team. He was like, I'm not going to do it. But, he's a little ruthless, But if results are what you're looking for, he gets them with whatever club he goes to. So if he goes to a national team or another club, I can guarantee you they're gonna win domestic titles, vie for the Champions League or a World Cup if he goes international. But he is great to watch his teams play.
So I guess that's my next question for you, Mr. EPL over here. What's your prediction on his next step? Is he stepping away from coaching altogether? Is he going to go into broadcast? And do you see him coaching at a different level or at a different league? What's his next step?
I kind of think he'll go the international route. And I think after the World Cup, he'll wait to see, because typically in international soccer, like most coaches, unless you win the World Cup, you're almost guaranteed to be fired. Like no one really, seriously, like it's just no one sticks around for longer than that 4-year cycle. So once the World Cup ends, you got to get started on the next 4 years. So you start firing and hiring. So I think maybe he'll wait for that to happen. Then after that, he might take a year off. I think 10 years at Man City has been kind of grueling. And then he'll be able to pick and choose where he goes after that. But I'd like to see him go back to like Barcelona for one last like hurrah. But we'll see. The world is literally his oyster.
All right. Here's the dark horse, right? Does he follow Leo over to the Americas?
No.
And starts coaching up
No.
Messi in
The
Miami?
players are too bad. He won't be able to put up with how bad they are. Like, he is such a perfectionist. He wants to have the best players, the highest quality. He will not put up with MLS soccer. There is no way in hell. And they won't pay him.
So what is this?
Yeah, they won't pay him enough.
You call this football? I don't even know. Is he Italian?
He's
Probably.
Spanish.
Spanish, sure. That's why you want to go back to Barca. Barca.
Yeah.
Well, wherever he goes, he stands tall. He's a giant in that
Yep.
role, and he might feel comfortable in the next setting that we're going to, because I have a great story for you about giants among
Okay.
people. Yes. So we talked about the whole date my mate and trying to get people out and we're going to continue to force this down people's throats. Go out, engage with people. There are different groups and different engagements, whether you're single or married or short or
Yeah.
tall. So much so that apparently there is somebody took this to heart and geez, like the bleeding hearts of all those tall people. Wow. And I got something to say about this, and I know you probably do too. But apparently, the plight of the tall people has been too much, and they finally decided to band together. And there is something out there right now called the Tall Tour, which is a traveling meetup drawing thousands and thousands of people across the United States to celebrate the one physical trait that has made them stand out. Being tall.
Their height.
Being tall. So the tour has visited 19 cities, and initially when they did it, almost in a joking fashion, right here in Florida, they did it. Started out in Tampa, Florida. There was only 30 people that showed up. The last one that they did in Orlando, 4,000 people showed up to this.
Okay.
Thing. They just did one recently in Seattle that drew about 750 people in. But you got one of the founders. He's 6'9".
Okay.
Wears a 16-foot shoe. I felt, why did you even have to put in there? What are you bragging? Oh, I got a size 16 shoe. Hard knock life. Don't want to hear it. But apparently these people had felt like outcasts. That they're like, man, I gotta duck through hallways. Cars are hard to get into. I can understand this for women. There's a woman that was quoted as saying, dating as a tall woman, you feel like you're intimidating people. They associate you with being a warrior type. It's tough to have your height as the first thing people notice about you, because it feels like people are not really seeing any vulnerable parts of you. Pardon me if I don't feel horribly for you guys hitting the jackpot and being tall. And I'm 6 foot. I'm not small by many means. But for those of us that didn't hit that 6 foot mark, it's gotta be like, really, you guys, you gotta just, you're really feeling the hurt. I feel like it's harder being short than it is tall.
Absolutely is. in every facet of everything, even athletic wise. Like taller guys, the longer strides, they're just take up more space, can look over top of people. I mean, it's the only reason why like Matt Coleman is actually like better than me at anything is he's just tall. Like that's it. There's really nothing else to it.
Well, and again, for women maybe, but for men, it's like you can be the ugliest MF around the world, but if you're 6'5", you're attracting
Look at
women.
Chet Holmgren, man. Like, he pulls.
The goofiest of he pulls. He pulls. Absolutely. Like, girls like to look up at the guy and be like, oh my God, I just feel so small in your arms. It's perfectly fine.
Must be nice.
Yeah. Yeah. No, but but I want to know, it's like I was trying to look through this here and they gave out like tallest man and tallest woman in attendance, so they're really shouting out these people. They have generations, like a mom and her son. Mom's 6'5" and her son is 7 feet tall.
Wow.
They got announced at this meeting as well. It's absolutely insane. But it's like there's an event where some of the hosts were 7'3", 7'4". I kind of want to go to this event as a 6-foot man. I just be like, yeah, us tall people. All right, how's it going? All right. And just see if they kick me out or if this is really all inclusive. Or how tall are you?
I'm 5'9".
5'9".
Yeah.
I didn't do that to rub it in your face, but at 5'9", that's adorable. But that's the average man. But that's what I should have. The next punishment would have been, it's like, I'm going to find the next too tall or tall tour. And then they'd be like, you have to go. And you have to stay for the whole thing. You'd be like, yeah, it's rough being tall, isn't it,
man,
guys?
life.
And just see.
No, that would, you know what? I mean, they would probably kick you out. It'd be very discriminatory. They think
just rude, absolutely rude.
They think they've got it bad. Oh, they look at us and judge us a certain way. The only way that being tall has an effect on you all in a negative way is because people will ask you to grab things that are up tall, up high, like in a grocery store or anywhere. That's got to be annoying. That's the only thing I'm going to give you that I think is annoying about being tall.
When people are like, hey, you can reach that. Can you get that thing for me?
And like, don't even ask politely. They're just like, oh, hey, you're tall. Get me that. Yeah, I could understand that. But everywhere else, you guys got it made. I don't want to hear it.
I really don't. It's like one of the quotes. It's like, sometimes you just want to go through the airport and be left alone. It doesn't happen for us. We usually get a lot of whispers. We get it. It's shocking to see tall people, but sometimes it does get all. Stop.
Yeah.
Nobody's making fun of tall people. I've never, I think, ever in my entire life seen somebody getting bullied for being too tall.
Nope. You are the bullier. You've been the ones that have bullied everybody.
It's like, hey, long legs, haha, joke's on you. You got to reach that. Sucks to be you. It's like, no, come on. Seriously? Like,
oh, you're the first pick in every single athletic draft that we ever have. Oh, that must really suck. Oh, wow.
Yeah, a lot of the complaints are, it's like, yeah, people just automatically, this is the only place where we go where the first question we don't get asked is, oh, you must play basketball. That's the first thing. But that's true. That is true. If I see you see a 6'8" guy, a 6'9" guy, you're like, you got to play basketball. But that's because you're wasting.
I know.
That is genetic. That's the genetic lottery. If you're not playing basketball and you're 6'9",
those are people I can't stand. Wasting the talent. Not even trying.
The potential.
Yes. Yeah. If I was 6'8", I'd be freaking pro.
So I just want to be an art teacher. Get the frick out of here. You better pick up that basketball and you learn that 3-point stance, guy.
5'9", I'm the art teacher. 6'8", you're the athlete. But let me ask you this though: did you ever? Because I'm trying to think in my head. Were you ever when you're dating someone? Did you ever have that you had to be taller than them?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I definitely had that issue in my head. I dated a few girls. No,
just a few. That's it.
My wife's not listening, right? No. No, but I did a few girls, and one specifically, and it's the one that Todd and Heidi kind of introduced me to.
Okay.
Don't use my real names. I'm not going to use her real name, but without heels, she was maybe an inch shorter than me. So when she put on heels, I'm like, it felt weird. I don't
Yeah.
know. I can't explain it. It's just like, I'm like, it's not, I wouldn't go as far as saying it's emasculating, but it definitely like threw me off. I was like, all right, I just, don't know. It's like, you ever try and like wrap your arm
It's
around
weird,
the
man.
waist of a
Yeah.
girl that's taller than you? You're just like, all right, hey, it's almost like you're a halfling holding on to a tree when there's a flood, and you're like, don't get swept away by the current. That's
You're
what it
not
feels like.
wrong though. I mean, it's true. I had one girl that was taller than me, and yeah, I believe it or not, at 5'9", most of the girls I dated were shorter than me, and it just feels right. But
It
when
just
they're
feels,
taller,
yeah.
yes, it's like everything is just arm is up here. Like I just
Try to put your arm around her.
I
Yeah.
don't know. It's something like the person that's taller just feels like they're the lead in the relationship. I guess I don't know. It just feels.
It's like dancing. It's like, do you want to take the lead? Are you gonna dip me? Are
Yeah.
you gonna spin me? Yeah, it's that
It
type
was a
of thing,
little
yeah.
emasculating. I'm not gonna lie. And so I don't ever.
Did you ever get in a relationship? You ever get patted on the head? You're like, I love you. Pop, pop, pop. Like right here. Pop, pop,
It's
pop.
never that bad, but that is always the worry. Like, I mean, I get the tall women because like that really. Those are.
It's tough.
That's
Yeah.
too tall for me. Like, I mean, the girl that was taller than me it was maybe like an inch or two. So it wasn't that big, but like 6'5", that's already a no for me. Like, it's just, I can't.
You can't look past it. You just get it's too
That's
much.
too much for me. So I get it from that woman's perspective. I hate that I admit that, but it's just, I don't know. It's just weird.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, for the guys that are like crying about being like 6'8", 6'9", I'm like, dude, don't.
You can get the tall
Like,
women.
oh my God.
The shorter the woman, the more they seem to like taller
The more
men.
they like the tall
Yeah.
one. Oh my God. They love the height disparity.
Yeah.
Like the more height disparity, the better for them. How many times have you seen like those viral like interviews where the girl's like, he has to be at least 6
Yeah, I
foot
know.
or something stupid like that. It's like, you cleared that hurdle and then some. You're good. And I know, I hate that we keep referring it back to like just dating, but I'm sorry. Same thing. I feel like same thing goes with like job opportunities. It's like, for some reason, I feel like, if you're taller, people are just going to be like, wow, this guy's more likely to be successful. I don't know
It
what to
is
tell
weird,
you.
but
It's
you're
just-
not
just sort of
wrong.
thing. Yeah.
It's just you see like that. I don't know, like when you see like that, like short, like CEO or CFO come through, you're like, you little munchkin, like you can't be like.
It's like,
yeah.
you? It's like, I can pick
yeah.
you up. Hey! Twirl you around.
But when they're like 6'3" and like somewhat built, you're like, oh,
They have a commanding
power.
You're like, okay,
Yeah.
this is a lead right here. Yeah. It's our primitive or like just response to it, I suppose.
It really is. I mean, look, let's be honest. The first time when you mentioned like a size 16 sneaker, I mean, what did you think of after that? Because
huge socks. Huge socks. Absolutely. Yeah.
so yeah, that primitive thought of ours, it's just I don't think it's ever going to leave us.
Yeah, we're kind of Neanderthals in that regard. But yeah, I have trouble like, smallest fiddle singing the saddest song for these, people. Good, I found you found your herd of people where you're like, hey, it's like, I'm not actually like, I might actually have to like look over people and I feel kind of minuscule in some portions of it. But hey, whatever floats your boat, man. Wherever you feel comfortable, that's great. But the tall tour, it screams of the same thing as like a stunning woman being like, oh man, I need to find my people that I can familiarize as being beautiful or attractive or like, or it's like, or even the Mensa groups, those freaking nerds. They're like, I need to talk to people that are in my same science. It's like, it's a curse, but is it really a curse? I think you guys are doing just fine.
I know. Oh, I'm only get I'm tired of when I go to get these acting roles. They only get me in like the roles where I'm like super attractive and I just really want to be like a really good actor. It's like, oh, wow, like you're in like every hit movie because you're just really attractive. Wow, I'm really gonna feel bad for you.
What actor are you thinking about when you're saying that right now? You've got somebody.
Megan
Who are you
Fox,
thinking of?
of course.
Damn you, Megan Fox.
No, but
Being so
I
beautiful.
think there's been like a few others that it's more when they've gotten like, I'm trying to think off the top of my head, but it's when they've gotten older, they've just like looked back at their career and they're just like, all I really ever wanted to do was just, have like a normal role, but I couldn't. You know who's perfect for it? Brooklyn Decker. She was a great on The League, but then she tried to do that stupid show with E from Entourage on like CBS.
Okay.
And it was
Okay.
so unbelievable because it just came across as they're just like, I'm sorry,
Were they in a relationship on the show?
I don't know if those two were, but it was like they're like two sets of friends. But it's just, they try to be like the everyman Joes, but it's kind of to that detriment. You're like, you're too hot to actually be. I can't consider you as just being like a florist. Like, I'm sorry, like that's not your job. Like, you're too attractive.
That's not
so
your
I
job.
can't believe this sitcom like at all because this is not what your job would be. So. I mean, maybe it is kind of unfair sometimes, but I still don't feel bad because you're beautiful, so you get whatever job you show up to at the interview for.
That's true.
So,
you know what show it reminded me of? Like when it came to that, it was two shows actually. One is The League, and Pete and The League. If you ever watched the show The League, smoke show after smoke show, and he looks like you or me, and I'm like, there's no way you're pulling this kind of tail. There's absolutely no way. This is completely psyching me out of this show. But the other one, and it's very popular, we reference it all the time, is Seinfeld. Jerry Seinfeld pulls smoke shows on that show, and I'm like, I get it, you're funny, that's attractive, but
no.
Come on.
Even George sometimes pulls a few. He pulled Marissa Tomei. I mean, come on.
He did pull Marissa Tomei. Yeah, she was obsessed with George. Absolutely. Oh man, but yeah, I mean, I don't even know where to go with this here, man. This has been such an show. Guys, Semco is gonna clean this up, but you have no idea what we went through on this show. Good God, everything that could have gone wrong did go wrong, but we powered through, we persevered, and somehow you wanted to quit after like 30 minutes. 30 minutes, you're like, do you want to just call it? I'm tired. It's getting late. But we powered through for you. Yeah. We made it through another season or another episode that might not have been our perfect one, but sometimes that's our best work is when it all kind of goes off the rails.
I think we pulled it together. I think it'll be all right. But yeah, I'm apologizing. Well, I'm gonna put something in the disclaimer.
You got nothing to apologize about. Yeah.
You know what? We're out here.
Everything was kind of going sideways. Yeah, and we're doing it remotely. We need to get back to seeing each other. We're better in person.
Much better.
We did our slideshows in person. We did the Peapod Segway in person. Like, we're the best in person. Okay.
If we could task, I would love it if like Jimbo or someone could kind of. The best clips or the best things when we get to like 50. This is episode 28, so if we get to 50, I kind of want to do like a best of and just like some Bigo segues from like the first episode to like the later ones, just like because some of those are just absolute gold.
It's gold, Jerry. No, as long as you're smiling while you're talking about Eric Berry's cancer is in there too, then I'm all for it.
Okay. Yeah.
Why are you smiling?
Oh man.
One little parting gift though, by the way. We talked about Aaron Rodgers, and I gotta tell you, man, is that I do have something in common with Aaron Rodgers. I don't know if you knew
there's
this.
a reason why I really didn't like you then deep down.
I know. You know, Aaron Rodgers and I have the same middle name. Did you know this? We're practically brothers.
Brandon Eugene.
Do you know what my middle name is?
Eugene?
Eugene? What? Do I look like a Eugene?
Yeah, kind of. I don't know.
No,
you're sitting there freaking sipping your whiskey, reading a book.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
Classy.
Yeah.
I'm a classy guy. My goodness. You have to say, come on, what's my middle name? You've known me for 20, 25 years. I don't know if I know you.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know if we've ever exchanged that, gotten that far in the relationship.
I feel like the first 5 years, I only knew your last name. I was like, his name's Semco.
I think I just knew you as
just got a first name?
Yeah.
I think it was just Cher. It's Cher Semko. That was it. It's Charles.
Oh.
I give you ample time to say, yes, I am Brandon Charles Gordon. He's Aaron Charles Rogers.
I don't know if we can. We might not get to 50 episodes anymore. I don't know. We'll see. No. Okay, Charles. Okay, is that?
Well, so now I know how you like to do the full name for people. So when you're really pissed off at Aaron Rodgers, you can call him
Charles. Aaron Charles.
Okay. Rogers. There you go.
Well, thank you for that, because there's going to be a lot of those, or it's just going to be like a sigh of intense frustration and no comment. I don't know.
I'm gonna use this out. I'm just like Aaron Charles Gordon, ACR. Just put in an abbreviation there for you.
Like, would you give? We'll end here in a second, but would you give the Steelers? Take away what you really think about them, me. Do you honestly think they have any shot at winning a Super Bowl this year?
What, this year? No.
Yeah.
I think they'll make the playoffs, and I like that he's actually showing up and trying to build a rapport with this new wideouts in Pittman, but no.
Yeah.
I don't.
What's it for? $25 million down the drain.
Yeah.
Might as well have just thrown out Aller or Will Howard or Mason Rudolph. I just pick some other guy. I don't know. Trade for Marcus Mariota. I don't really care at this point.
No.
Best backup in the league. I know.
Yes. Best backup in the league. Gonna need him a lot because, like I said, I think JD's just proven that he's not physically built for the role.
Maybe he'll get smarter. You never know.
Maybe we'll get smarter with our play call. I have no idea. But we'll get smarter, and we'll get more tech savvy on the next episode, guys. Thank you guys for bearing through and buckling down. I'm going to throw this thing into the lake that's right by my hotel, and I'm going to get a new one. And we're going to actually have a working soundboard, and our volume's going to work, and we're going to be next to each other next time. Back in the good old VA, the CVA, the Central Virginia area. Our VA. Yeah, I know. Yes, okay. I know what you're saying. We didn't get to a hot story that Semko is planning on moving to Greece. I'll let you guys kind of nibble on that because there's a place that he wants to live for the rest of his life because of some of the accommodations there. We'll get to that on the next episode. More sports. We'll be into the last run of the NBA and the NHL Finals. We'll see if Bigo continues to come out smelling like roses, and Semko can just keep eating.
I'm ready for some new sports real quick.
Hey, you can start working on that IKEA furniture, buddy, and see if you can maybe try and challenge the two-time champ.
That should be one of our challenges. We had a food challenge, which thank you, Seabear, for sending us a good how-to to prepare for an eating challenge, but maybe we should just do like a bookshelf challenge.
Okay, all right, maybe we will. We'll get the missus to record us, and she'll edit it. She's better at editing than we are. Maybe we should just enlist my wife to do some editing. I mean, Jesus Christ, help us with this.
Yes, with this one, yes. However much it's gonna cost, please help us.
But no, on to it next week. Wednesdays per usual. We'll keep recording. We'll get it out to you through the weekend. Enjoy your guys' weekend. Have a great one. It's going to be a long weekend. Enjoy your Memorial Day.
Oh, yeah.
Semko, I hope you have a great one, man. Are you off for work? Or do you
I actually have to work on Monday, and it stinks, but you can't win them all. Had a great weekend this past weekend. Had 4 days off in a row, so kind of makes up for it a little bit. So
it does.
But I can't wait to hear how yours is. I'm sure you guys will go a little someplace. So
I have no idea.
Well, I'm sure your wife does. So you've got something.
Yeah, my
planned.
wife does. So if we're doing something, my wife knows, and we'll figure it out along the way.
I can't wait to hear about it.
I'm just the driver.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, send us away, my friend.
That's another episode of Undrafted and Overconfident, the two friends who've been arguing about sports for 20 years and still can't agree on anything. Hit that follow button. Drop us a rating. Follow us on Instagram at Undrafted and Overconfident. You can even email us at undraftedandoverconfident@gmail.com.
Peace.